we're now live.
We're now live. Just start the
intro.
Oops. Hi, everybody.
Hi.
I was trying to play the intro, but it didn't work. But I'm going to press the button, and we're going to try it again. Honest to God. Hello, friends.
Right.
Gee, it seems like we were just here.
Take two.
Doesn't
It
though?
does.
It's deja vu all over again.
You would think after a year I would know what I was doing, wouldn't you? But that's the way it goes, right, friends?
Things happen.
So, welcome everyone to Dozen Cats 1 year channel anniversary celebration. I have no noisemakers except for me. Yay. And I thank all of my wonderful friends for joining me today. We have Angela Cartomancy Mesquite. We have Richie, which is Longman Tarot. We have Ron Unconditional Love. We have Miss Nancy Jean from Nancy Jean's Garden. We have Miss Ivana Intuitive. And we have Gerald, aka Tarot Stash.
Hello.
And there are lots of people in the chat. We're just going to wave and say hello. I just want to say a couple of things before we get started. So thanks everyone for being here. It means the world to me just to get to this milestone, because honestly, there were days, friends, when I thought I would never get here. And then there's days where I feel like I've been here for 10 years. So, there's that. But we will move away from that point. I do want to say that we have lots more guests coming throughout the fun and festivities. So hang in there with us if you can. If you have a question, we're not doing readings, but if you have a question for anyone on the panel, do pop it up, and we will try to do our best to accommodate. So, with that being said, the floor is yours, friends.
Kelly.
Is that safe? Is that safe?
Probably not the safest thing I could have done, but I do want to say thank you to each and every one of you for joining me. It really does mean the world to me. I'm so grateful and so blessed to have the opportunity to call you all my friends and to work with you and share space with you. And honestly, it means the world to me. And the next thing I want to mention is I did put up a little video on the actual Channelversary, which was November the 7th, which was my mom's birthday. And there were a few people that are on the screen here that had some special moments within that video. One of them being Miss Nancy Jean. Now, for those of you that don't know, Nancy Jean is, well, I just think that she's a superstar, but I'm a little biased. She is my tarot teacher. She is one of the first people that actually supported me. I sent out an email and introduced myself to, different readers that I had followed. And Nancy Jean was kind enough to say, okay, honey, come on over. Let's have a conversation and let's get you on the screen. And I'm just so grateful for that opportunity, because that wasn't my experience from a lot of people. So I'm so grateful that you did that. So thank you, Nancy Jean, for that.
You're a Canadian.
Oh, yes. That's right. We're fellow Canadians. My
Trust me,
nieces.
everyone I know is asking me why I'm not activating my dual citizenship and jumping the border. I live in Texas.
Well, you don't want to come here today. It's cold. It's
Mm.
cold.
Here.
We're actually getting snow. Hi, sweetheart. My niece is in the chat. Everybody, Madison, that's my niece.
Oh,
Hi, Madison.
Thank you for being here. I love you.
Hey, Kelly, no snow. I don't have snow here.
You don't have any snow yet? Well, it's coming, friend,
Yeah.
because according to my weather, it'll be here in the next 2 or 3 days. So, like 2 days ago, it was 16, and today it's like 3.
Yeah.
Nobody
For
knows.
those of you that are converting,
I come from Canada, but it's Quebec, and usually we have snow at this time of year. So
yeah.
usually,
Look at all the lovely people in the chat. This is just wonderful. I'm so pleased. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here. Want to say that Miss Angela, Miss Cardamancy Mesquite, is my practice partner behind the scenes. So basically, it's Nancy Jean's fault and Angela's fault, is what I'm saying. So if you have any beef, you have to take it up with us.
always gotta blame somebody.
I'm just
Right,
glad it's
right.
not my fault because it's usually my fault, Kelly.
I haven't gotten to you yet. I haven't gotten to you yet.
Okay. I will get ready.
Just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Fan at the ready.
Right, standing at the ready. I love it. So Angela is my friend. She is one of my sounding boards. I reach out to her whenever I have an issue that can't be resolved, and she helps me with tossing cards and practicing even mediumship stuff. And she has become a really, really, really dear friend to me, and I am so grateful for all of your support, your encouragement, your friendship. I literally don't know what I'd do without you some days. So thank you for always being there for me, my friend.
Well, it goes both ways. We do it for each other.
That's very true. I love you. And then we have Mr. Richie Longman Tarot, and this is a funny story. Richie was on with Allie from Heart and Soul Connected, and I seen Longman Tarot. My sister is with my niece, and my other niece is also there, and so Deanna listened to this story because it's funny. So Longman Tarot. So my maiden name is Long, Long, right? And don't ask me why we spell it. It's a thing from way back in the day. I digress. No one needs to know that story. So there I am. I see Longman Tarot is coming on to Heart and Soul Connected, and I look at his picture and I think, Richie Longman Tarot. Well, isn't this an interesting little tidbit that we have actually just found a whole side of our family, the Longs, who live in England, and one of them is Richie. And I'm like, oh, you could be my cousin.
could be. I like to think that, Kelly.
And so
And even
I literally joined the chat that day, and I had to ask if you were my cousin, which is really embarrassing considering there's like 1 billion people on YouTube. But yeah.
Wouldn't it be funny if you were, though?
Well, you could lie to me and tell me that we're not, and I wouldn't know the difference. That's the
Aww.
Kelly, is Long really your mother's maiden name?
That's my maiden name. My dad's surname.
My grandmother.
Oh crap! I'm related to Nancy Jean.
Long, but she comes from Ireland. So,
well, that's interesting because we thought we came from Ireland, and then we found out that we came from England. So that's just an interesting tidbit. Where Richie is concerned, that's where when I first saw him, I was like, "Oh my God, you're my relative." And that's just funny in itself. And then, of course, I had the opportunity to read with Richie on Tarot Stash, and I just honestly, I adore you. I just think you are the sweetest, kindest, you're like a gentle giant, in my opinion, and I just adore you. And now I'm like bombarding him with emails of
And he's
collaboration.
turning red. Besides that, he's turning red.
And he's
so
probably
sorry.
he's probably all of 5 feet. You know, he's
I'm so shocked.
5 feet long.
Nancy Dean, I'm moving your table out of the way because we have another guest. Yay!
Hi there.
Mr.
Yay!
Johnny is in. So, thank you, Johnny, for being here. Appreciate you, my friend.
Well, thank you for having me.
Saying
Hello.
to everyone and doing all that fun stuff. And then we have Mr. Ron Unconditional Love. I met Ron in the chat before I ever had a chat. So saying hi and, giving people a wave and a hug and whatever the case may be. He collaborates on, I don't know, many occasions. And I have that Ron and I have a similar sort of healing journey in terms of healing ourselves. And we have grown great friends. He is a great supporter of mine, and I am a great supporter of his. He uncannily looks like my father, which just kind of freaks me out every once in a while, but I've learned to deal with it.
Sorry about that.
And I just adore you, Ron. Truly, truly adore you. And your friendship means the world to me. So thank you for joining me today. I appreciate you very much. And then we have Mr. Gerald, Mr. Tero's dad.
I was just going
Who
to
I
say,
thought did not like me. I thought that Gerald didn't like me. And I because I sent him a couple of emails to collaborate, and he was like, ignore. And then finally one day he decided to come and join me. And this whole format, because anyone who knows me knows how organized I plan. And he was like, I'm going to throw you a check. I was like, really? This is interesting. And we had so much fun on Not Jerome, an instant moment. And you have so many times me with the sweet and generous kind things that you have done behind that no one knows about, always being there for me. And I cannot tell you how much that means to me, truly. I love you dearly. You've become such a good friend of mine, and I'm so appreciative of that. So thank you.
You're okay.
And then you have Mr. Johnny Terrell's apprentice, who, for whatever reason, thanks.
Your sound quality, your sound is breaking up a little bit, Kelly.
I reached out.
Your sound is breaking up a bit.
You know what? My friggin' got, so I don't know what spirit's in me, but sorry, friends, it's all I got at this.
Yep.
I may have to break out my my and do this from my lap. But Johnny Tiro's apprentice. I've been following him for a long time, and if anyone else in the chat follows Johnny, you know that it's virtually impossible to get an opportunity to actually be able to speak to him when he's doing his Sunday nights with Jen Lynn and Becca, because there's so many people in the chat. And this one night, because Johnny and I share this in common, we're both a little bit of night owls. Be on one night, he was just sitting there going through, a donut or one of those books, or maybe both. And I popped into the chat and I thought, oh my gosh, this is my opportunity to speak to you live. And it was like I had met a famous person, because I was asking him, there was whoops. What is happening? Oh, there we go. Sorry, I have to get my because my internet bonky back here. But so Johnny was kind enough in that moment to stop, and he talked to me, and we were having a total conversation. And I just thought to myself, he is like the nicest guy. You know what I mean? He is so kind and so giving. And so I decided to put myself out there and email him and ask him to join. And he was kind enough to do so. And we have had a great time together. We have discussed all kinds of weird topics and fun topics and done crazy readings together. And I said my husband knows who he is, right? Because I've literally been like, oh my God, honey, you got to come and see what's did now. And he's, God, who cares, really? But it's hysterical to me. Like, every time Johnny comes on, I want to watch, right? You just have that kind of personality to me, like a magnetic kind of personality. But that aside, I just want to say to you how much it means to me that you have, you didn't just show up once, right? You kept coming back. And I so appreciate your friendship and your support. It honestly means the world to me because, as I said, it wasn't necessarily my experience overall. And I'm just so very grateful. So thank you.
Can I make a suggestion?
That. And I'm sorry that my sound is breaking up. So I'll shut up.
Can I make a suggestion? Because your quality wasn't bad till I showed up. And so there might be some interference from the other side, if you know who I mean, who always shows up when we're together and then messes with something in your house.
Yes.
So
that's true.
Maybe, hey, calm down with that. I'm trying to do something here, I just thought I'd throw that out there just in case.
Stop it.
I love it. Mom, stop
true.
it.
Every time something happens, like when a light starts on, Mommy. Come on now.
Hi, mommy. Hi, mommy.
So that's funny to me. It's funny to me. It really is. The last time that you said that my mom was going to flicker my lights on and off, and we were sitting here talking, and the whole stream just went down.
Wow.
And he literally said to me, your mom's going to flicker your lights on and off again. And then the whole stream just went dead. And I was like, yep, thanks, Mom. That was awesome. Good job. Oh, my gosh. I want to say hi to everyone in the chat. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here. I see Dean here and Mama Bear and Teresa, Joan and Joyce, and Kevin, the Healing Medium, is here. Thank you so much for being here. Nancy Riker is in the house. Tracy Ralph is in the house. Rose Blue is here. Anna Banana is here. My Lisa Lady Silver 1111, Janet P. So many wonderful people. Thank you so much, everyone. Is here all the way from Finland. Thank you so much for being here, you guys. I truly. Aspie Third Eye is here. Rachel Rain. Linda Keltzer is in the house. I feel so, honestly, I feel like I could cry, and I'm trying really, really hard to keep it. I'm overwhelmed by everyone's kindness and support. It is just a beautiful thing. Jones, they are one of my very first subscribers ever, and still comes to hang out with me, which is really, really kind. Connie B is here. Karen Syke is here. My goodness. Thank you, everyone, so very, very, very much. All right, you guys talk. I'm going to be quiet. You guys speak. Somebody say something.
Can I
I
say?
just want to say, Johnny, I've been a subscriber before I started my channel. I started my channel last year, and I've been a subscriber at least 3-4 years to you. Your channel,
Mhm.
Norman, all you guys that you get together. I followed you every Sunday, and I got to meet Linda G also about the same time. So Linda G, Milo, all those people that everybody followed. I think. Then I started my channel about a year, at least over a year now, year and a half.
Good. Thank you.
It's because of you guys, because of what you.
Now
energy you
that's
put
an
out.
interesting comment.
The energy you put out and the honesty which you put out that energy.
See, I love that, Ron.
That's what attracts
Yes.
me. It's the honesty behind what
Yes.
you put out.
It's fun. I think if it's fun, there's no need to pretend.
Yeah,
That's
but you can
excellent.
feel the difference.
Amen.
Somebody's honest and somebody's not. You can feel the energy when somebody is honest when they're up there reading. You can feel it. I mean, we all have intuition.
Yeah.
We're a little bit psychic, all of us. But you can feel when somebody's really honest and well-meaning, good intentions. Put it that way.
Good.
Yeah.
Well, let me say a little bit about the lady who is running this.
That's a really
circuit.
awesome point that you just made.
Kelly,
What's that?
when I met Kelly through Heart and Soul Connected, and she mentioned, I can kind of read cards, but I can't figure them out. And I had taught tarot for years. And I said, if you want, I'll send you, give me 3 hours. I'll send you the worksheets. You have to do the work. She was so ready to read. She knew how to read. She just didn't have it kind of organized in her head a certain way. So I took her through the numerology. I took her through the suits. I took her through the Fool's Journey. And then I taught her how to read a couple different ways. And she just took off. And I'm really pleased that she gives me so much credit for this, but she was 99.9% of the way there. And I think she's doing a good job of reaching out to people and bringing in different people, some old faces, some new faces. And yeah, she's another one of my Canadian cousins. She literally lives in the same area where my parents grew up. So.
Oh, wow.
Right.
I love that.
Mhm.
Well, I'll never forget, we were sitting backstage one day after Nancy Jean and I had done a show, and I said, I don't know why I feel this way. You're psychic as hell. Stop questioning. I'm like, right, sorry. Because I say that all the time. Anyone who's followed me knows that I had a really time grasping what was happening in the moment that it was happening. I was just like, well, this is quite a quinky dink, isn't it? Isn't it funny how this just keeps happening, right? You say that, I pull a card.
Mhm.
Look at how that. I would not own it for the longest time, and it's not because I didn't want to. I didn't understand what I was owning, to be perfectly honest. But what an amazing journey it has been in that sense. It truly has. You know, and once I sort of embraced it and just learned to trust myself, it was so much easier to just go. You know what I mean? Just to like let go of that and just whatever happens, happens. I think that trusting myself was the key, even though I didn't know that was a problem. But trusting myself was key in sort of letting myself loose. And that gets me to another point. And I want to say that Johnny, Gerald, Ivana, Ron, Angela, Richie, have all indulged me with my crazy reading ideas that I have. And each of you have come to Dozen Cat, allowed me to sort of do these. I so appreciate that, because it's not like you just show up and you're gonna, spirit guides have for us today. We read on and I really appreciate that.
Well, and I have to say, it takes a special kind of person who's able to go with.
Deanne, thank you for.
I'm going to start doing this.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
do the
Kelly
boogie
doesn't feel alone. Well, I would say it takes a special person who's willing to go with the spontaneity that oftentimes happens when I will speak for myself, and others can agree or disagree. Sometimes spontaneity shows up in it, and when I roll with it, that's the most powerful message. And and then I really get plugged in, and that energy just flows. So instead of fighting and trying to contain it, it's like boom.
Mm-hmm.
So and you did that, especially as you say. I came on and I said, well, let's change things up, like I would never do. So I would never do anything crazy like that all the time. So
just once in a while.
Yes.
But I also love the fact that you do crazy things as well, and it's refreshing. And coming on your channel when we're doing readings for past people and exciting, and that's just really lovely to do something refreshing, something different. And I applaud you for it. Keep doing it. Keep doing it.
Yes.
Thank you. You're so kind, Richie. You are welcome anytime, my friend. Anytime.
I've got a question for you, though, Kelly. I've got a question for you. What's one piece of advice you would give someone starting a new channel, having done a year?
Oh, that's a good question. Be yourself. Be authentic, be genuine, to other people's demands or pressures. And what I mean by that, if you feel strongly about it, you think you're supposed to be going in, no matter what content you're creating, then that's the direction that you should go in. Don't cave into other people's pressures, because you can fall down the rabbit hole easy.
Yeah,
very true.
And you start to struggle. Stay authentic and stay true and genuine to yourself, and follow the path that you think is the best path for you to be on. Right? Doesn't mean you can't change the path. Just means that moment you got to stay true to yourself. That would be my best advice.
Right advice.
Yeah, I have
and learn how to make good videos.
People, that's why, because they watch other readers, they think, well, maybe if I do this, but they're not doing themselves. They're not the uniqueness that they are. So they're trying to copy other people because they think it's better, but it's not.
Right.
And I have some advice too. If you're just getting started, find Kelly.
There is a lot of that going on.
Yeah, find Kelly. She gave me my start, and get on her show, and she'll take good care of you.
You're so sweet.
I think Johnny wanted to say something.
No, I was agreeing with
that. Means a lot to me for you to say that, because unfortunately, I have been in a situation where I've been a guest on someone's show, and felt a little unsafe, and it was not a good situation. And because I've had that experience, I don't ever want my guests to feel uncomfortable in any way whatsoever. And so if you're here, you're my friend, and I treat you as my friend, and I feel my responsibility for my guests is to keep you in comfort. And so I'm not going to throw you to the wolves intentionally. Intentionally, I would never do that. Because I feel
at least not the first visit.
that was not Thank you.
I think she missed
For
that.
attention.
She's buffering. So
Yeah.
I said a funny.
I'm not
I
throwing-
said a funny, Kelly.
Yeah.
I think it might help if you go out and then come back in. That might help because you're behind us. What we say, you get like 2 minutes later.
Here's what happened, friends. If anyone here know, this literally is what happened. The other day, I had a private reading scheduled, and I had the day off. It wasn't until 4:00 in the afternoon. I felt great. I was feeling really good. I cleaned the bathroom. I did the dishes. I made a homemade. And I was like, I'm in it to win it. Check me out. Look at me go. And I came back here, and my camera was on, the speaker was on the ground, and my other camera was on, the net was disconnected, and it was a crap show. The kitty cats
The cats got into it.
are not in good standing at the moment. They're not in good standing at the moment. They came here and terrorized my desk, and I didn't even know it, and it hasn't worked great since. So it's the cat's fault. That's what I'm saying. Or it's my mother. I'm not sure which. I don't know. Yes. Yeah. We're
Can I say to you too?
gonna do a swap. I'm gonna get my laptop, but hi Kipper. Hi Valerie. Yeah, so but I am gonna do that. I am gonna swap. I'm gonna go on to my my laptop. But yeah, that's literally what happened. And ever since, so just 2 days ago, and it's total. I'm just gonna go out on a limb and say it. Madison and Mackenzie, plug your ears, loves. Auntie Kelly's gonna swear. It was a total shit show, and I wasn't impressed. And I don't know one of them. That's the problem. I don't know which one did it. I think it was probably Quincy. I think it was
your
probably
mom
Quincy.
giving them the idea.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like that.
Oh.
Yeah, your
Check.
mom's taking care of the cats. A special way.
Probably.
I'm amazed. My cats won't touch my desk.
I
They
wouldn't
only
be surprised.
occasionally sit in my chair. They won't touch anything that's up here. They won't go near the microphones. They won't hit the keyboard. They won't hit the laptop. They won't hit the big screen.
The
Got
Kelly's
some
cats.
good magic going there.
Well,
Some
I've
good
had
magic
cards,
going there.
show up in the living room.
Yeah, the cats eat the notes that Kelly put up. And cats were eating notes.
I
disappearing. Jeez.
Oh yes, right. I forgot about that. My positivity.
Yeah.
board. I mean, hello. So I have a whole bulletin board here with me, and I called it my positivity board, where I was putting all these like little affirmations on. And one day I turned around. I was doing a reading or something, and I turned around and I was like, "Well, that's funny. There's only like 3 of them on there, and there was like 7." And I didn't really, clue in. And then a couple of days later, I looked over and I was, Jesus, there's only 1. I'm like, what the hell is happening? And then I caught Quincy literally sitting on this shelf, staring at the board, trying to figure out how he was going to like grab it and start to chew it. And I'm like, you son of a gun. You ate all my positive affirmations. So the cat's super positive, I guess.
Yeah,
I don't
he
know.
was mad
And I got
at
nothing. So
manifestation.
it was probably yeah. So maybe the cats were like ahead of the 11/11 portal and trying to, set their intentions and manifest. I don't know. I have no idea. All right, here we go. What? All right, bear with me, friends. Talk among yourselves. Sorry, I'm professional, but I'll be back.
Okay, now that she's gone, everybody. No. He's oh gosh.
Well, what happened to me the other day, I was trying to do a Zoom live instead of using StreamYard. because the astrologer I was working with could get better charts up using that system. And then we found out that my audio wasn't set properly, and we got this horrible ringing sound. So we told everybody who showed up for the live, we said, we're really sorry, we're going to have to end this and figure it out. And then we dove off, and I killed the video, but I didn't kill the audio. 87 people listened to 11 minutes of me and the astrologer figuring out how to fix my sound, and I got 50 thumbs up. And I was like,
That's pretty good.
and I'm like, maybe I need to rethink my model I have for my channel.
We're making it too hard, huh?
Yeah, put up a test pattern and see how many people like it.
There you go. Wow. I think one other piece of advice I will add to what Richie was saying is I find it helpful not to apologize for your approach to divination and what you're doing.
Yeah.
I think it's best when you own it, and when you own it, and you just do it, it comes across clearer for those of us who are watching.
Yeah.
And yes, for those of us who are content creators, we get the technical side of it and how, like, things like this. And until you're a content creator, I didn't really understand or appreciate how challenging it was.
Yeah.
So I'm just like going, don't apologize for what's going on and how you're reading. Own it, lean into it, be you, because I'm a firm believer that everybody is watching. Everybody who creates a channel is creating it for a reason, and someone else needs to hear that.
Yes.
That light needs to shine. Someone may not get it. They may not start watching immediately, and they may see it after you've stopped. That's I think it's helpful when just put it out there. Just let it go.
Yeah.
It's like when you're doing magic. You can only control magic initially when you are creating it and doing it, but once you do that, it has a life of its own. So just I think intention is a great thing.
Yeah.
And the other thing I would tell people is, before you open up your channel, write down about 100 things you could talk about.
Mm-hmm.
I'm back.
That right,
Okay.
very good.
Woohoo!
And once you have that list, you can always go back to it, because you'll get about 2 weeks in if you're just trying to do it on the fly, and then you're going to run out of, unless you just do contemporaneous readings to what's happening.
Yeah, Nancy, that's great advice. I especially keep a journal of, paper near you as you're talking, because invariably there'll be a great idea. Somebody will pop in chat, or it'll trigger you, and it's like
this?
yes, like that. Have little cards.
Right.
Oh yeah, here's my little card now. Jamie made me do it.
I love it. Oh, now that's sweet, Joyce. Joyce says I almost waved back, because I'm like, you guys can hear me now, okay?
Oh yeah. It's
Now, how bad is this that it's my laptop sitting in front of my PC?
Whatever works, right?
Looks great.
It works.
The only thing is like I'm old, and like now it's like this big where I'm trying to see all your faces. Anyways, we can hear, we can see. This is good. Okay, let's get the party started then. No, I'm kidding.
And you're us
on
in
that
real
note,
time.
I don't mean to cut anyone off, but I have to go. I promised my mother, who's in her 80s, I would go home to her house and do some chores today.
Oh, you're so sweet.
Yes, I'm
when
gonna
you're
go
when
ahead.
you're done there,
Yeah.
I have a few chores.
Absolutely. So it was great seeing you. It was an honor to be invited today, Kelly.
Well, thank
Happy
you,
Channelversary. It was nice
Very
meeting
nice to
everybody
meet
here
you.
that I haven't met yet, and we'll see you soon.
I love you lots. Thank you so
Love
much.
you too.
Lauren. Blessing.
Bye.
She is so kind. All right, Deanna, if you're still listening, now's a good time, honey. My
This
sister.
is a bad spot. Me and Richie in the same next to each other.
Why?
I
That
don't know what you mean.
I don't know what you mean either. It could go a little off and a little crazy.
No, never.
You know.
Mm-mm.
I'm so impressed that Richie's cat was just sitting there all well behaved and stuff. And I thought, well, how do we,
Gone.
Lisa
dear.
Foster says 2 planes have crashed at the Dallas Air Show.
Oh my God.
Oh my
Oh, my.
goodness.
Mm.
Well, let's send some love and some light and some prayers to all of those people that are involved.
Mm-hmm.
Collectively, we have a lot of power here, friends. Let's do that. That's awful. I'm so sorry to hear that.
Mhm.
All right, Madison, do you have the link, sweetheart, that Auntie Kelly sent you? Check your phone. And then you just click on that link and it'll bring you right into the backstage and I'll stick you on the screen. My niece and my sister and my other niece are coming. I'm so excited.
Yay.
Yay. No pressure. No pressure. No pressure.
I guess I need to be on my best behavior.
Yes, you do.
I'll put on my straight face.
Okay. Hey, is your cousin gonna come?
Perhaps. Well, my cousin.
Isn't that your cousin?
My cousin. You mean my twin?
Oh, your twin.
Yes.
I don't know.
She is my twin. She was born the day before me.
Oh.
I was born like right after midnight and she was born right before. So it's very complicated. We're different astrological signs and all of that stuff.
Of course you are.
Sheesh. Talk about feeling called out.
Sorry, I apologize. I didn't mean to call you out. Did you ask Johnny if he got a fan yet?
Johnny, you did get a fan, didn't you? You're muted. What?
I did not.
Okay,
Oh.
they're back in stock.
I got to get all my stuff all at one time.
Hello, Jay.
Hey, Jay.
Kelly, what's up, guys?
Hey.
Sorry I'm late.
Hi.
I thought I started
Bro.
earlier. I mean,
Hi.
later. So, hi back, Kelly.
Hello,
Thank
hello.
you so much for popping in. I so appreciate it.
Oh, you're welcome. I hit you up on Messenger earlier. I wasn't sure because my friend's coming over to go to get some lunch, but I just want to drop in to say happy channel anniversary too. So just
Thank
to stop
you,
by for a little bit
Jay.
until I have to leave. So nice to meet you guys too. Good to see you, Ron, and Taylor's apprentice. I don't know if you ever met before too. So nice to meet you. And Nancy and Tail Stash, the Mustache King is here. What's up, man? Yeah, nice to meet you as well. And all you guys in the chat too. Good to see you guys.
Thank you for popping in. I so appreciate it, Jay. This young man is so sweet and so kind and so giving. And, he's been out here doing this channel thing on YouTube probably longer than any of us. And the thing that I love about you, Jay, is that every day you show up with a smile on your face, ready to
try.
No, it's the
I try.
truth.
Is that the Black Panther you got on or something like that?
Yeah, me and my friend
Yeah.
are gonna go see the new movie, Black Panther movie today too. It's gonna be a real emotional one too. So we'll be in a fan of Chadwick Boseman, and it's like, oh man, he's not gonna be part of the sequel too. So yeah, I'm gonna go see it today with my friend. IMAX.
I love it. Okay, here we go. Any of us.
Oh,
Aw, look at that.
I love
Girl.
it. Oh, I just love you guys. Thank you so much for being here.
Well, you're very welcome. Of course.
Mwah.
Where else would you be? Mwah, mwah.
So this is my wave Deanna, so they know that which one is you. This is my sister Deanna and my niece Madison and my niece Mackenzie.
Yay!
Yay!
My 3 favorite ladies in the whole wide world, all together in one little square. Look at how adorable you are.
Mhm.
So sweet. Yeah, we didn't know what to name ourselves for the screens. We
We're
put
like
the girls.
The girls.
Well, I love the girls. The
Yeah.
girls works.
It's obvious. It's an obvious one, right?
Right, absolutely.
How's
I can
everybody?
see the new color of the kitchen. Looks fab.
Yeah.
It's white. Yep, it's a little bright in here, but it's good. It's all good.
It's all good. So for all in the chat and all on the screen, this is my beautiful, wonderful, amazing baby sister, Deanna, who is no longer a baby, but she's always going to be my baby sister. So sorry about that. My wonderful and fantastic and lovely niece, Madison, and my sweet little niece, Mackenzie, who is no longer little or young. I am so proud of you guys, and I'm so appreciative that you're here. This is such a treat for Auntie Kelly. It means the world to me so much.
We're so proud of you.
I was just going to say that. We're so proud of you and happy
Aw,
to be here
thank
for you.
you.
And nice to meet everybody.
Yeah, so
Heard a lot about
Deanna,
all of you.
so Nancy Jean, wave for a sec. This is Nancy Jean. This is who taught Auntie Kelly how to toss tarot cards.
Okay.
And then we have Ron, which is sort of right above you. This is Ron, who I say looks like Dad, right?
Yeah. I can
Does
see
he
that.
not? It's
Yeah, he
kind of
does, yeah.
freaky. And then next to Ron, we have Richie, who his channel name is Richie Long, Long. And I thought he was our cousin because he lives in England. I was like, oh my God, my cousin's a tarot card.
Oh, wow. That's funny.
It's not him, though, D.
Oh,
Sorry.
It's all good. It's all good.
But he could still be our cousin. I mean, we could say he was our cousin, right? And then we have Angela above Richie, and Angela's my BFF behind the scenes. She tosses cards and we practice together and stuff like that.
Nice.
And then underneath me is Gerald. That's Tarot Stash. Show them your fan, Gerald. Show them your fan. They'll love it.
I saw it.
I saw you putting it earlier. Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
Love it.
so cool.
Just in case you're a little hot, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Well, it also makes a good sound and a good point.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Because sometimes you need to make sure somebody
Ooh,
gets
everyone's
gets the
going.
point of the tarot card reading.
I have one too. I don't know where it is.
Yeah.
I just dropped something over.
I got
Richie
one,
and
but
I've got
it's
the fans.
electric.
It's electric.
It's electric.
I have one that looks like a kitty cat, but I can't find it right now. The cats probably stole it like they've done everything else. But anyways, that's
Of
a whole other
course.
story. And then below Gerald, we have Johnny from Tarot's Apprentice, who Johnny is a night owl, and I stalk him on the internet. I do. And he does these crazy cooking segments and other such segments. And I've actually made Mark come home and watch, which,
He actually did, what, 10, 12 hours, I think, tarot straight in a row?
11.
Wow.
11, eh? Something like that,
11.
yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
That's commitment.
Yeah.
Commitment.
And then well, like one day he was doing this cooking segment, and he was waiting for a delivery from Amazon for some peppers to come.
Oh.
We didn't know if the recipe was going to work out or not. It was very touch and go for a hot minute there. And then when the peppers did arrive, it was absolutely hilarious what ensued after the peppers with him trying them, and they were too hot, and it was just the whole thing. And I was back here laughing my butt off. And Mark is like, "Is everything okay? Like, what are you watching back there?" I'm like, "No, you got to come see." I mean, yeah, it is too funny. Anyway, moving on. And then we have
also he had that What did you buy? Rice or something?
Oh my God, your 50-pound bag of rice?
Still have it. Yes, I didn't mean to. I meant to get, the regular thing. I just started clicking stuff, and then this shows up.
Yeah. It's economical. That's a good thing.
I got a food kitchen in here, apparently. So
I've never randomly purchased things from the internet at all. Never.
Never? You've never done that?
Never.
I'll teach you if you want to know.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's like, yeah, there've been lives where
She's never
somebody
done that
shows a
either.
tarot deck, and I'm like going, I purchased that responsibly. It's like, boom.
Johnny, Deanna, Johnny likes to people watch like we like to people watch.
Oh yeah.
So he takes you on like little walks and stuff, and he'll just sit there and you can't see any of the people, but he's describing what they're doing, and it's hysterical. I'm so there with that. You know that.
I love that. Yeah, Madison would like that too.
Oh, it's totally good. And then, of course, we have Jay, which is right next to you on the little box there.
Hello.
Jay is the kindest, most gentle person that I know. And he is excellent at doing meditations, ladies. You should check him out.
Yeah.
I try. Yes. Sound baths and everything too. So, and it's kind of like, just being an artist, that's in meditation videos, yoga, and everything else. So I'm getting
yoga too. Yoga too.
Oh, that's cool.
He knows how to
I
bend
got my
over.
certification 2 years ago. That's cool. And now I'm getting into Reiki and sound healing too. So it's gonna be
that's cool.
stuff.
Oh, that's
Yeah, it's
really
cool stuff I want to share with you guys too when it comes to art and
nice.
spirituality and all that. It's gonna be cool.
All great.
Nice.
Hello, Melinda.
Amazing.
Thank you for being here, my friend. Appreciate you. Genealogy Junkie is in the house. So many lovely people are here in the chat saying hi and sending nice, kind wishes. I appreciate that so very much. So this is my family. For those of you that have just dropped in, this is my sister and my 2 nieces that are in the bottom box there called the girls. They are calling themselves the girls. So interestingly, friends on the screen, so my niece, Madison, just like myself, sees 1111 all the time.
I do too.
And we are totally hooked up to that. And she will send me something and say, oh, Auntie Kelly, it's 1111. Or I'll say like, ooh, Maddie, it's 1111 or whatever. So that's just a neat little thing that we share. And Mackenzie, you see numbers too. Both of them are very empathic. Look at Johnny's like totally tapping into you right now. I can feel it. I can feel that. Holy, Johnny.
Did you see him scanning? He's scanning.
Yeah, but they're both very intuitive. And my sister, just like myself, I would say that you've always been empathic, would you not, Deanna?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, Deanna's a nurse. That's what she was educated to do, and like we've always just sort of had that vibe, that knowing, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So it runs in the family is where I was going with that. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right. So who else has a question?
I got a comment, if I could.
Yeah.
It's a criticism. I want you to take it though. Take it to the heart.
All right, honey.
I'm
bracing myself
because I like the fact that you put the work into your channel. You appreciate the appreciation. You appreciate the people in the chat. You appreciate the people on the screen. I want you though too, because this is for anyone who's starting the channel. Also, keep in line your baby steps. You don't have to leap to the finish line. Enjoy the journey in between.
Absolutely.
But I want you to also understand that we're not up here because you invited us. We're up here because we wanted to be. So anybody and everybody could have said no. But you are a person that we all like. So accept that. Take that on. You don't have to constantly be, gratitude is fantastic. I don't want people to be ungracious for things because then God takes them away. But at the same time, we like you too. And so we're not here just because you invited us. We're here because you are a good person. You're a genuine person. And so I appreciate that. I'm glad you do, but take it and own it. That's yours. Keep it. These people are here because they like you, not because just you hit live and ain't got nothing else to do. They like you. So accept that. Keep that with you. Know somebody out there likes you other than your family. So just keep that. Here's that. I just want to say that.
Well, I thank you for saying that. And I do need that reminder. And my sister and my nieces can attest to the fact that that is something that I have probably struggled with my entire life. Wouldn't you say so, Dee? That feeling of trying to make everyone happy. And if there's one person that isn't, that's the person that I focus on, as opposed to all of the other people that are happy. So I'm trying to work on that. So I appreciate you saying that. Thank you. That's very kind.
Yeah, very sweet.
I mean, it's fine. Again, you can go to the school of heartlessness like me, but I'm glad you like people. And, I'm the one who has no feelings, so that ain't how you're supposed to be.
Oh,
people,
stop! Stop!
It's nice. I'm glad that you appreciate it, but we're here because we like you. So you don't have to thank me for being here. I'm here. I could have said no, right?
That's very true. That's very true.
Because I broke the camera, but other than that.
Yeah. What are you holding on to?
Selenite. It's either this or do this, and I figured this makes more noise than this, and so they have to do something.
Gotcha.
I want to know what deck you're shuffling, though.
Is that the same as that, Selenite?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, I love that deck.
It's either that or do this. This makes more noise, so I figured don't do that. Gotta do something. So I'm doing this.
I have a bowl like that. You see?
Nice.
Yeah, is that one of your singing bowls, Ron?
No, that's Selenite.
Beanie. Got it.
Yeah,
So,
that's an interesting question. What crystals do people have around them?
Oh my God! Hello, Nancy Jean's garden. She has the whole.
Yes. I mean, maybe it might be easier to ask Nancy which crystals are not around you.
Oh boy,
diamonds.
There you go.
I do have an emerald ring back there, but I don't have any diamonds. For sure.
I have my amethyst, my heart.
Oh, that's cute.
That's pretty.
My little and of course I always have my amethyst pendulum out, just cause.
That's pretty.
Right. It looks like a gumball to me, if y'all can see it.
Oh
yeah, they do.
It does actually. Yeah, you used to get in the machine for 25 cents.
Right. Right. Too bad the cats don't chew that. Hi, Linda. Oh, we're sorry that you're not feeling well, but thank you so much for popping in, Linda. That was so kind of you. Appreciate that. I hope you feel better soon, my friend. Hi, Sunflower Down Under, all the way from Australia.
Wow.
Those are pretty.
Those are huge.
I got selenite slabs that I can put tarot decks in to help cleanse them if I need to.
Ooh,
and I can also put my head in them if I need to.
Yeah.
I'm a huge fan of selenite around electronics.
Yeah.
And when I was working, it was always under my computer monitor and I never had any problems. Probably because I talked to it and reminded it what I was appreciating it doing. But, so I'm a big fan.
And I've got my lab on.
Oh, nice.
Your labradorite.
Ooh,
that's beautiful.
Yeah.
Very nice.
I love it. What about you, Ange? What do you got? Oh, you're muted, honey.
She's like, no, I'm not.
She says, no, I'm not, but she is.
Yeah.
We still can't hear you, honey. You're still muted.
It's a pantomime. You say the words.
Right? I will
You can read lips, by the way.
Oh my God, we totally could do that, Gerald, to everybody and nobody would know. That would be hysterical. We'll save it for another show, though. That would be fun.
Be a comedy
We'll do
show.
that for the other show.
Yeah, for the other show.
Then you'll have everybody at Geek Squad. So something's wrong with my phone.
That would actually be that. See, now that's something that would make me laugh. I would think that would be funny. I'm horrible that way. Hypnocity says charades. We can do charades. Speaking of charades, you want to know something? My sister does an amazing charade. Look at her face. She's like, please don't, Kelly, please don't. She does an amazing charade of popcorn.
You remember that show, Hollywood Squares? That's what we look like.
Yeah, that's
Hollywood
right. I
Squares
remember
up
that. Hollywood Squares.
I thought maybe we were the Brady Bunch.
Oh, awesome show.
Richie's gonna be Alice because he's in the middle. Oh, Angela's leaving. She'll be back.
I'm gonna have to shoot off myself. It's dinner time now. It's 9 o'clock over here.
Yes, it is late over there, Richie. Thank you so much for coming.
Love meeting you, Richie.
Thank you for inviting me, Kelly. Happy first anniversary of your channel. I love you. Let's do some more stuff together. Have a great time, everyone.
You are coming. Richie is coming on November 23rd with Gerald. I haven't even announced this yet, but they're going to join me together, and we are going to do a show that I've just sort of come up with. It's called Interrogation. So a roundtable, all things that you want to know about tarot. So I look forward to you guys joining me for that.
Okay.
Yep.
That's going to be fun.
Yes,
Thank
absolutely.
Bye, Richie. Love to Peter.
Thanks,
Bye,
Richie. So kind of Richie to come all the way from England to be here with us. Isn't it lovely? Hi, Vivian. Hi, Prince Charming's mom.
How many hours difference from where he is to us? 5 or 6?
It's 5.
5 hours? Okay.
Yeah, so he said it was 9 o'clock there. Oh, and we have another person joining the screen. Hello, my darling. How are you?
Hey, Anna Banana.
Anna Banana is in the house. Okay, hold on just 1 sec. Greg, I'm calling you to the screen.
Say hi.
Hello, darling. Hello. This is my awesome brother-in-law.
Wait, where'd he go? There he is.
There he is.
And he's out of here. He's gone.
And he's gone.
That's okay.
It's
he's not one of the girls.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, we are named the girls, so it's only fitting that he's not in the picture, right?
That's right. That's right. So this is my friend Anna Banana. For those of you that don't know who Anna Banana is, Anna Banana, we started sort of chatting in the chats, and she sort of became my BFF behind the scenes, the same as Cartomancy Mesquite. We do all kinds of practicing behind the scenes and other things that we won't mention. And we get into all kinds of trouble, the three of us behind the scenes, but I don't know what I do.
In the morning?
Yes, exactly. I don't know what I do without these two ladies. I truly don't. They are my sounding boards and my confidants and my troublemakers. Oh, and we have a cat.
Yeah.
There's something about my voice that her cat doesn't like, that when I start talking, the cat jumps up on the desk and sticks its butt in my face and tries to get her to go away. So I don't know what that's all about, but
No, go.
I mean, really, how rude, right?
But it's all good, eh? But it's all good.
Yes, but it's all good. Ha ha ha. Good one, Ron.
Well, if you complain about the cat, but you're going to see more of it.
It's the funniest thing, honestly. We'll start talking, and literally, that's not even a joke. The cat will jump up on top of the desk and stick her butt in the camera and look at her and start like pawing at her, like get away from this.
She'll be sound asleep on the back of the recliner.
Yeah.
And the second she hears Kelly's voice, she gets in between us.
Yeah.
Pretty much. The whole entire time we're talking.
Like the cat's jealous of me. It's hysterical.
Yeah, she is. Yep.
Thank you, Linda. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for popping in. I so appreciate it. Thank you so much. Everybody's just been so sweet and so kind. And I just want to say, you know, because I get crazy and sort of forget what I'm doing here. I just really want to take a moment and say thank you to everyone who has hit the thumbs up or subscribed or spent any time at Dozen Cats, donated, moderated for the channel, you know, left a comment under the videos. Honestly, couldn't do this without your support. I cannot believe the journey that I've been on for the last year. And my sister and my nieces, more so than anyone else, know the difference that this channel has made in my life, and I know how grateful they are for the difference that it's made, and I equally am grateful for the difference that it's made. So thank you to all of you, anyone who's listening now, anyone who's here on the screen, or anyone who will listen in the future, for all of your support. It is, I mean, my heart is so full, truly. Oh, hi, Sonia. Thank you so much for popping in. You're so sweet. I'm so appreciative of you popping in. I know you're super, super busy. We actually have someone trying to pop in right now, but we don't have enough room.
Kelly, I'll bow out.
Okay, my love. Thank you so much, Nancy Jean, for being here and for hanging out. I do appreciate you so very much.
Nice to meet you, Nancy Jean.
Bye, Nancy.
It's nice meeting everybody.
Bye, Nancy.
Thank you for what you do, Nancy.
I will say one thing to Johnny. I'm extremely jealous because there's no way I can fan cards out like you can. I have a thing that I do where I really wish I could, and I have to apologize to people when I build grids. I say, you know, you see those readers that slick the cards out, and it's absolutely wonderful. I am not that reader. I have to lay them out one at a time. But
Nancy Jean will be joining me on Sunday, so tomorrow, 3 p.m. Eastern time, for past life readings. She'll have her past life garden with her, so hope everyone can tune in for that.
Okay, well, I look forward to seeing and meeting. I'll try to contact some of the other readers I've met that I hadn't met before. And
thanks for doing what you do, Nancy. Thanks for doing what you do.
Bye-bye.
I want to ask Johnny, you know, he does these readings with these, I don't know what you call it, rocks or the runes or what? What's that called?
They're just, well, they're crystal chips. Where did it go?
Crystal chips, okay.
But they're just little crystal chips. And I don't read the crystal itself, I read the shape it makes. And so you can do it with anything that's just small and in great number. I did it with popcorn once. So you can do it with anything that just read the shape, not the things.
Get out the bird mix.
Yes, you can.
That's totally cool.
Or the rice, maybe.
But that's unique. I don't see very often readers do it.
Yeah.
Maybe that's a good use for the rice. Maybe I'll use the rice. I got 19 pounds still. So.
I want to play a little video. So Danny Shea, Bathrobe Tarot, was kind enough. He wasn't able to join us today, but he was kind enough to record a little video. I would like to play that, and I thank him kindly for making this video. It was very, very kind. So it's going to mute us while it plays, and then we'll all see each other on the other side. Okay, here we go. This is from Danny Shea.
Hi, Kelly. Danny here. Sorry I couldn't make it to your 1-year Channelversary, but I wanted to say congratulations, and I wanted to pull a card for your next year on YouTube, year 2. And the card that I got using the Work Your Light Oracle is Share Your Voice. Come out of the cave, expression. Come out of the cave. Is that the cat cave? Cat cave? No, that's different cave. Different cave. Anyway. perfect
Perfect
for you.
card for you.
So
So
thank you for sharing your voice on YouTube. We need
all
all the light
the light workers
we
we
can
can
get
get
in
in
these
these times.
So
So
congratulations
on 1 year.
Look forward to
Look
the next
forward
year.
to the next year.
Peace and love.
Peace and love.
Was this not so kind?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Kelly, oil painters wanting to get in the studio full. I will bow out.
All
So
right, my
thank
love.
you. And I will see you, are we next week or the week after?
Next Friday for Thanks Spirit, it's Friday. So next Friday, 3
Yes.
p.m. Eastern time.
It's Friday.
And you all need to tune in, like and subscribe. Do it. You know
Yeah.
you want to.
Gerald,
Just
thank you
saying.
so much. I love you lots, my dear. I will see
Bye,
you.
Love you too.
Nice to meet
Bye.
you.
Bye.
Bye.
All right, Diana, come on up here.
That's what it is. They're little crystal chips.
Oh,
They're
there they are.
small. Yeah.
And there's a bunch of them, and so you just read the pattern.
It's totally cool. I've seen you do that a couple of times. It's very interesting.
Yeah. It's unique. It's the only one I see on YouTube reading like that, using those to read with.
Thank you so much, Miriam. Blessings. Mwah. Oh,
Do you
Miss.
think that doing the chips would require having a very visual mind?
Hi, Toots.
Hello, Diana. How are you?
Hey, congratulations.
Thank you so much. So this, everybody, is Miss Diana, and her handle on YouTube, her name is Oil Painter. She does not have a channel, but she is fabulous. And she was kind enough to send me this most amazing gift for my birthday, which was her oracle deck that she has made. She hand paints them. The deck is called Clarity, and they are absolutely stunning. I will show you some so you can see. They're absolutely beautiful. She spends so much time and has so much talent. Ron has some too. I think you have some too, don't you, Cartomancy?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Nancy, Angela.
Hi.
That's one of her cards.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah,
Oh, that's pretty.
Yeah. Now, how kind is that
Thank
of her to send me this for my birthday? What a sweet lady.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Thank you. But
That's so
thank
neat.
you. I mean, you bring, especially your Friday nights fire pit, bring so much laughter during some of those very difficult times.
Yes.
Leading up to our election here in the States, right?
Yep. We've had a good time, have we not, Diana?
Yeah, we sure have.
Now, ladies, Diana, I want you to know that, so wave D so she can see who you are. This is my sister Deanna, and my niece Mackenzie, and my niece Madison in the little square with her. And this is Diana, who does the astrology charts, who I've sent your charts to. So she knows all about you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sister Deanna. And Miss Valerie is here. Hello, Miss Valerie.
Hi,
Valerie.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you? Congratulations.
Thank you so much. I'm doing well. I'm just hanging out here, with just a few friends. Nothing serious.
It's like all the cats are on you there.
Yeah, the
girlfriend.
cats are everywhere.
With their rear ends, as you were saying.
Mine has decided she's going to get between me and the computer. So
It's a cat invasion.
Yeah.
It's a cat invasion. So this is Miss Valerie from Illumination Portal, and I think that I met you, Valerie, on the show I think I met you at Heart and Soul Connected, if I'm not mistaken. And then I think I met Diana also through Heart and Soul Connected. And these two ladies are so lovely. I mean, I can't say it enough, and I'm not trying to be like weird about it, but honestly, they are so kind and so thoughtful. And behind the scenes, I don't know if it's okay for me to out that you do this, but they run like this astrology class that I'm lucky enough to be I was invited to, and it was such an informative class that you guys went to so much effort and to so much trouble. And I learned so much from the both of you. And now I have them on the channel quite often to sort of help explain what the heck is going on with all these crazy energies. This whole thing. Right?
Yeah.
Right?
Crazy. Energies are crazy, but we already know that, huh?
Yes. Yeah, we absolutely do. That's right. And of course, Diana also is, Diana, you're a retired teacher, right?
Yes. Yes. You want to ask me how to fix the educational system?
No.
I got a boatload of information on how to do it. It's a matter of getting people to believe me, but it all comes down to math, which in other words can be applied astrologically because astrology is math. So, and any question you ask has a mathematical solution. So,
see that.
But there is a way to fix it. They just won't because,
Yeah. But that's why I hang out with these two, because they're way smarter than I am. So that's what that's all about. No, seriously. Diana and I text all the time, and I just adore you. I think you're wonderful. And Valerie, you light up a room whenever you walk into it. You are just such a shining star, and I'm so thrilled that you were both able to join me today. Thank you so much.
I'll see that tonight if she lights up the room. I'll see. She's my guest on my channel tonight when I go live.
Oh, lovely.
So Kelly, I wanted to tell you that right now your Chiron and your natal Neptune and Chiron are getting very close together. Okay.
Is that a good thing?
Well, we're gonna wash away the sins, honey. We wash away our sins because Chiron is about wounded past, hurts. And a lot of times you got to flush the wound out. So that Piscean energy of flushing it out, and your Neptune is getting close to it. So those better times are coming. Even as good as they are now, they're going to get better.
Yeah, that's lovely to know. Thank you.
Right, and you have Jupiter sitting on the transiting Mars. Your Jupiter is on the transiting Mars, so that is going to make action feel like you got to get it done, but you got to be patient with yourself, my dear. Stay patient. Swim in that water a little bit. Take your time. Enjoy it while you got it. And then let's see what else we got. We got Neptune, your Neptune sitting on the south node, the transiting south node. So let go of the past in all that water. Let it go. Wash it away. And of course, we got that moon getting close to your Saturn. So you may be a little emotional about things. It's in Aquarius, and you might have a surprise. It might be an earthquake moment coming at you, but in the end, you're going to be relieved when it passes.
Sound advice.
Yeah, make sure your
Don't
toilet
drown.
works.
Held up the Tempest card, so there you go. There's a tsunami coming. Nobody's at the helm on that ship. You better take control. Leo, you can do this.
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. Listen, with all of the friends that I have and all of the support that I have and the awesome family and my amazing husband, I'm in pretty good hands, I feel. So
yeah.
I'll just reach out to y'all and y'all can help me. Really, is what I'm gonna say.
For sure.
Right?
Yeah.
Is it better now? Now? All the kitties, they are needy today. The kitties.
Oh, you're kidding.
Thank you so much, Tracy, for popping in. I hope that you're feeling okay. I hope that you're taking good care of yourself. We're sending you lots of love, my friend. Hi, Janet P. Every once in a while I gaze over at the chat and acknowledge the people that are there, and I'm so sorry. I don't want to ignore anybody. I'm just so grateful that all Charlie. Hello, Charlie.
Adorable. Giant version
Charlie.
of my Gloria.
Hi, sweetheart. Charlie Farley, look over at Auntie Kelly. Hi, sweetheart. Hi.
We saw all the pets, so we had to bring him in.
Yes, of course. I remember when Charlie was just a young dude and he first came home. And look, he's like, I don't know what you're talking about, Auntie Kelly. Yes, you do. Look, now he's looking right at me. Do you remember when you reached up and grabbed a hold of I think it was an Easter ham, if I'm not mistaken, Dee? Do you remember when he did that? We were all sitting at the table and we looked over and he was like on his back legs on the counter and you were like, oh, Charlie. And I was like, oh my God, you totally didn't.
Not him. No.
No.
You didn't get
We
some,
have
did
Charlie Farley. Auntie Kelly has a beautiful picture of you, of when I came to visit one time, and I slept over, and you cuddled up with me. And most people don't even think it's a real photo, because it is. It's such a kind of odd looking photo because of the way that I took the picture. I mean, I was taking selfies with Charlie in the middle of the night, so I don't know what that says about me, but anyway. Charlie is adorable, and he loves his mama and his sisters and his daddy. And when they first got Charlie, I remember you guys sitting on the side of the pool and saying like, oh, he thinks like chlorine, we got to give him a bath. And I'm like, you are going to like, the dog's not going to have any skin left. Right? Oh, Charlie, where's your photo, sweetheart? I'm looking. Do you remember the picture I'm talking about, Dee?
Him sleeping on you?
He was laying with me and I snapped a photo, but like his head's like this big in the photo and I'm like way back there. It looks
Likes to cuddle. He likes to cuddle, right, Char?
It was great. He totally kept me company at your house.
Yeah.
Well, that's because he knows that Auntie Kelly is a good cuddler. And he was like, sure, I'll cuddle with you.
Say bye.
Hi, Charlie Farley. I can't find your picture. I know it's in here somewhere. It'll take me all day to find it, though.
I think he was just confused by sitting up at the counter. Yeah. Now we're going to find him here, sitting here. When we're not here.
Dee, look what I just found. Sorry.
What'd you find? Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Good looking girls there.
Yeah. It's like how many patterns can you count in that photo?
Those are the original girls. Yeah, original girl. That's right. That would have been like what, 75 or something?
Something like that. There's our mommy. That's how much my sister looks like our mom. Look at that.
Wow.
Yeah.
You can't see it. I think you look like her.
Yeah. I agree. Mackenzie got some of her in there.
What, me?
Yeah.
Oh, here's Charlie.
I had a double take to make sure
Look,
who was.
look, there's me and Charlie. This doesn't even look like a real photo. It looks like I have one of those dog slippers on or something.
Actually, to me, it looks like you have a stuffed animal that you're laying on top of a stuffed animal.
Yeah. No, that's the real McCoy right there.
I like that.
Yeah.
Charlie looks like a giant version of my Gloria. She's a cockapoo.
This is the last picture that I have of Mom and I.
Beautiful.
That's when she started to start, like, that you could see that she was physically not feeling well. Oh my gosh, look at what I just found, you guys. Look, Maddie. Do you remember that?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, honey, look.
Oh, all the girls.
Yeah.
That's a good one. Yeah.
Yeah, that was your first dance recital after Nanny passed.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, Dee, look. Sorry, I'm going through the phones. Isn't this fun, friends?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Look at those girls.
Look at those legs. I mean, come on now. Look at the legs on us.
Yep.
We do have our batons.
Pretty impressive stuff.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. You have your you have your 2 baton twirlers here.
Yep.
And I just happen to have.
No way. I'm so surprised.
She's going to start twirling, folks. You might want to
watch out.
You happen to have.
Make sure
I was
your
joking.
cats are out of the way, everybody.
Yeah, exactly. Hope there's nothing breakable around you there.
Please, you know there's all kinds of things breakable behind or around me, but I'm not twirling.
I'm kidding.
Well, I might start. I mean, I'm just.
That'd be fun. So,
I
so
might
you
start.
have that close to you. Do you use it every day? Like, do you use it often?
No, but that was the intention, was to buy it and use it to get myself outside and to exercise more.
Nice.
And that brings me, thank you. That was an excellent segue because I am starting a new segment called One Step at a Time. And that is my goal for year 2. And that's to get me out of the house because I don't know that people realize that I don't actually leave the house. And so year 2 for the channel, for me personally, is to get me out of the house. And so the baton was a way to sort of exercise and get my stamina built back up so that I can actually start to get out and go for walks and so forth. And so look forward to that, friends. Yay.
So doesn't twirling the baton open up all your lymph nodes?
Yes, it does.
Oh, yeah. Good point.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
So yeah, there you go. That also fits in with the astrology that I just spew off to you.
Yeah,
that's
it is. That was actually listed in one of the reviews because when I looked at this, I was like, "Is this real?" You know, because I mean, no one really cares for the whole explanation. But the point is, you got to use a real baton to be able to twirl the baton properly. So,
yeah,
I've seen these things on Amazon. I was like, "Is this thing real? Like, is this legit?" And I read some of the reviews, and one of the reviews mentioned that a lady was recovering from cancer, and the therapist, apparently the physiotherapist, suggested to pick up a baton because it would help with healing her lymph nodes, which I just thought was amazing. I had no idea.
Well, you inspired me to get a baton because I haven't twirled since I was 10, 11, maybe 12.
Right.
I'm like at the point right now where I'd be afraid to flip it in the air because it would probably hit me before I caught it.
Well, you know, my sister and I could tell some stories about twirling baton and hitting things and doing a whole lot of damage to each other and to things around us. You know, not that it was intentional. My sister can speak to how many times I had to be taken to the ER because they thought I was a Cirque du Soleil performer, and she knows that I am not. And then we have those odd moments, like the one time when I was standing outside, we were getting ready for our group photo to be taken. And I had gotten ready and I was in my uniform standing in between the 2 houses and I was twirling, you know, practicing whatever before we left. I guess you were still getting ready. And the next thing I know, I was screaming to the top of my lungs because our one of the kids down the street had found that old ski pole.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yes.
And sort of like javelin threw it at me. And so there I am twirling the baton. And I'm trying to catch it backhand, bent over. And when I bent down to grab the baton, the ski pole went right between my legs and caught me right in the thick of my thigh. And so, if you look at the photo, the one side was done the week before where I look perfectly natural and normal, and the next week is when I just had this 6-foot ski pole taken out of my leg. And that's not fun, friends. And of course, I didn't go to the hospital because, my God, I mean, we had to have our pictures taken. And so that photo is hysterical because one side looks like I'm dead and the other side looks like I'm highly alive. So that's
Johnny, are you holding a baton over there in your hand too?
no. What you got in your hand?
He's got
That's
a
mine.
wand. It'll do. It'll do. In fact, it's got a nice skewer on the end of that one, right?
That's my wand. I meant to get one that was this size, but it's to your point, Di, me and math are not the best of friends, and so I don't know measurements very well. So this is what happens when I was trying to get something.
Yeah, especially if it's those centimeters at you, and like, okay, what is that in inches? Because you know,
I'm like click
I'm
by,
old.
and then this showed up. So that's. I
love it.
I tried to use it for class because I was trying to teach the cards, but this I wanted something a little smaller than this, but that's all right. It'll work.
It's got a ballpoint pen.
So what do you use that for?
Teaching. This is my pointer.
Your pointer. Got it.
Right
I'll
now, it's
teach
just
the
keeping my
data.
hand occupied.
I thought maybe
I
you
have a
like
question too about your one step at a time. Are you going to do videos or live streams or anything, or are you just going to get out the house?
No, I'm planning on doing live streams. I'm planning on doing some will be pre-recorded. I sort of figure this, that if I say it out loud and I use the support of the people in the chat, that together we can motivate each other and help each other, because isolation is isolation, whether you just feel like you can't go outside in your particular area, or maybe you're afraid because of the pandemic or something. You know, fear is fear, and isolation is isolation. And I sort of figured that together we could lift each other up, support each other, motivate each other to get out, right? And that's why I called it one step at a time, because I literally don't know. Like, I'm embarrassed to admit this. I haven't left the house in 2022, and it's like November the 12th.
Well, the first step to all the steps that follow is to say it out loud.
Yeah. And that's what it's all about, right?
And we can all hold you to it now.
Absolutely. Well, I said that, you know, what I want to do is I want to go to my sister's house for Christmas this year. We haven't had Christmas together in 3 years. Not our fault, due to the pandemic, right? And that was my goal. And you know, I think probably the only way that I would leave the house is if my sister called me and said she needed me. Do you know what I mean?
Get the phone.
Get on down to Windsor and I'll meet you at the Detroit River.
There you go. There you go. Listen, there's no better feeling in the world than spending Christmas with my family. We have a hoot, do we not, Maddie girl?
Absolutely.
We have fun time at Christmas.
But the
You
first
can
thing
go
I
and see
said to
tarot
you
cards.
was give yourself permission for baby steps. So
yep,
Yes.
doing it.
Yep.
Be different if you never wanted to do it. At least you're doing it. So
yeah,
100%.
See, this is not who I am, this person that lives in isolation. This is not who I am. My sister, my nieces, they know me. They know what I'm like. I am the life of the party. I'm the person that's like, okay, let's do this. Let's try this.
Yeah.
We could talk about the time that we went for a drive. Do you girls remember that? You remember when Aunt Kelly and Uncle Mark came to the house and picked you up, put in the Camaro? Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Do you remember, because we took the roof, we had the roof open, the two things off, and we were teasing, I'm pretty sure it was Madison that we were teasing, saying, keep your mouth shut so the flies didn't go in because you were missing a tooth or something? Remember that? And do you remember, Kenzie, when we all took our hair out and it went up through the roof and stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
think
sure I
that
had a leather jacket on that I thought was really cool.
Yeah, that would have been fun.
When you were in a Camaro and you had a leather jacket on, that is pretty cool.
Did Deanna, weren't we at like we went to the Burlington, something in Burlington, like all of us did, but we took the girls in the car with us in the Camaro.
Yeah, we went on a long drive. I know. I forget what that was for. But I do, and we took photos. I remember that.
Yeah. But anyway, so to the point, like we used to do all kinds of fun, crazy things like that. And you guys can tell the story about how bad of an aunt I am if you really feel inclined to do so.
Yeah, that's why we came on, actually, was to...
Yeah, no, actually, I'll just tell that story. I'll just get it out of the way. So
now, wait a minute, wait. Are you going to tell something that their mother doesn't know? Because
No. My two nieces that love me more than life itself ratted my butt out as soon as we got home. Like totally ratted me out as soon as we walked in the door. Which, whatever.
What?
Well, do you girls remember the time that we went to the farm? Do you remember when we went to the farm? We were so excited. Auntie Kelly and Uncle Mark came, picked you up. We took you to the first farm, and it was so lovely. And we had such a great day. And then on the way back, Auntie Kelly needed a cigarette. And we have laws here in Canada where you can't smoke in the car if there's children under 16. And so the car was stopped. It's not like it was still moving. And I said, get out. Go play on the grass because Auntie Kelly needs a cigarette. And oh my God, look who's here!
Hello. Happy birthday, darling.
Thank you, darling.
I love the crown.
I was just joining and I heard some people telling stories about you.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought I would show my face because if you ain't got nothing nice to say, sit next to me.
There you go. There you go. All I can think about is the movie Miss Congeniality, where the guy is saying to her, "You are the crown, be the crown, wear the crown." You know that whole scene?
Yes.
I've never seen that movie, Miss Kelly.
No.
You should know that.
That's true. You don't watch movies, do you?
No,
You have to look that
star
up.
in my own. I star in my own. Just like you star on your channel, Miss Fang.
Gotcha.
Congratulations on your channelversary.
Thank you so much. Thank you so
You're
much.
very welcome. I won't keep you all because you're all talking. When I come in, everybody stop talking. I know what that means.
Well, that's because you're here, and we're so appreciative that you showed up.
I
We've been
believe
waiting
you,
for you.
dear. I believe you.
Well, we've been waiting for you. I was twirling my baton earlier, and you missed it.
No, I saw it, girl. I am in the corner. I am watching you. Your mama and I are talking about you.
Right.
Johnny's right. She's like,
Yeah.
girl.
You know what? Seriously, my power just flickered. So stop it, both of you.
No, Johnny and I are. We got it. Johnny's right. Johnny's always right. People.
Yes, I do.
Don't you know that?
Yeah, no, I do know that. Absolutely.
All of you in the chat, make sure you like and subscribe to Johnny because he is all that. Whether or not he has a small wand or a large wand, it don't matter.
Zero, honestly.
I have no comment.
It
is in how you use it here, isn't it?
My bartender mind went right to the gutter and said, "Yeah, it's all I've heard that there are things you can do to make it grow."
I should probably not have it in my hand on screen.
All right.
You should put it in somebody else's hand, John.
I didn't have to buy it, so it was at one point.
Conversation
It's
is
very
taking a
nice.
turn.
It's very, very nice.
Big turn. Big turns.
Big turn. Like a 90-degree.
And like it's because Tara Sachet is here, but she just wanted to come in and say happy channelversary.
Well, it's very kind of her. We truly appreciate it. Thank you so much.
And I understand that tomorrow you're getting outside and walking to the mailbox or the end of the driveway, right?
Something. I'm going somewhere tomorrow, yeah.
Yeah.
Just, and we're not talking like drive across country. We're talking get to the end of the sidewalk.
Absolutely.
Because you got to be at your sister's for Christmas.
I do. That's my goal.
Right?
I gotta give my girls
look at your nieces. Look at your nieces. They're going, yes, Auntie Kelly.
Yeah.
You got it. Go see the water.
Yeah. If anybody can make me do it, it's those guys.
For sure.
Well, isn't your
My
sister got to call you and say, I need your help?
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, she doesn't need, it's funny because she doesn't actually need to do that. I usually know when something's not right. Do I not?
True. Yes.
Yeah. Well, hello, Valerie and Diana and Anna Banana and Angela and Mr. J and Johnny and Ron and the girls. I should be in that little camera. I should be in that frame.
Yes, you should be.
Well, I have created enough chaos. I will leave. And you noticed how Johnny actually stopped playing with his wand because people knew he was doing it. Now he's shuffling a really big deck. A deck, everyone. It's a deck. That's what he's playing with. A deck.
Yeah.
See? And what card was that, Mr. Johnny? I missed that.
That was the star card, I believe.
What?
Make it
The
to Christmas.
Card? She'll make it to Christmas. Yes. There you go. And on that note, bye, everybody.
Bye, Cheers,
Bye.
This flew out, and this is what I use the wand for, my tarot lesson time.
Okay.
This is the star of the Magi. So this is the star the wise men followed to get to Christ. And so this is what your motivation is to get to where you need to go. Now, with the nudity in the tarot is about exposure or vulnerability as well. So do not be afraid to say, you know what, I've made it this far, I need a little help going further. Because, like I said when we started, all these people are up here not because you invited them, but because they like you. And so if you need help, ask for it. Closed mouth don't get fed. So follow the star, follow your motivation is what it's saying. So whatever it is that you need to do, follow that. Don't be afraid to ask for help. I don't care if you got just to the end of the driveway and said, you know what, this is I'm uncomfortable. Say that.
Yeah.
Whatever it is, say that. Speak that. The feelings are real. They have to be real in order for you to deal with it. So whatever it is. And if you are doing the live stream,
wow. Yay.
You know, that's the number I see all the time. I have a file in my telephone of all my screenshots of 444.
Wow.
Something's at work here. Okay. So keep your motivation, follow that star, be vulnerable. It's okay. Nobody's going to take advantage of you. No one's going to hurt you. And if they do, let me know. I got a whole book of stuff over here that's quite nasty. So you just let me know. So if you're on a live stream, it's even better because the people in the chat will actually help in that motivation. That's why I do my walk arounds, and you walk 2 miles and don't even know it. So you'll be all right. You're going to make it.
That's right.
Some for is protection. The universe and your spiritual guides are protecting you. That's what it means.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And some
Thank
of the
you,
stars we need a telescope in order to see them.
Yes.
I didn't want to interrupt you guys, but I got to run because my friend is here too. But I just want to say to you, Kelly, and you're the most consistent and determined person I know. Since
Jay, thank you.
No, I'm
Well
just being
said.
real too. But I
Well
just,
said, Herc.
yeah, thank you. And it's just real too. I'm just being real. And I always try to do my best, but I just had to run. I just want to say congrats to you, Kelly. And I'm looking forward to connecting with you again too.
Absolutely.
And I was like this, just hit me up if you want to do something. But even you guys too. Tails Apprentice, it's nice to meet you. I heard a lot about you. So it's, always good to meet you. I love your videos. Big Road to Run, if you ever want to hit me up, just let me know. And it's good to meet your family again too, Kelly. And, Diana and Valerie and Anna Banana, always your fiery stuff too. So I gotta run. Gotta go see Panther and everything else. But you never know. I might
Thank you. So nice to meet you.
Thanks, Jay.
Likewise. You guys take care, especially anyone in the chat. Take care.
All right. Bye, Jay. Blessings.
Blessings to you too.
Bye.
I actually started a live, and it was with Jay. I started live 2 hours reading, and I was I'm still reading. I'm live at 2 hours with Jay. So I
That
started.
was your first live?
Yeah, my first live. Yeah.
My first live, my first live was with Allie, I guess. But my first guest on my show on the channel was Adrian from Red Lentil Healing. She was cheering me on from the chat when I was on Allie's show before I even started my channel, and she said in the chat, you start a channel and I'll come, I'll come and support you. And I was like, okay. So I sent her an email, and sure enough, she was the very first guest that I ever had on my channel. And when you go through these moments, and I don't know that people necessarily appreciate how much work it takes to, make all these kinds of things happen, all this coordination of like people's schedules and things like that. Sometimes it can go real smooth, and sometimes it can be like complete chaos. And everybody that's popped on the screen here, with the exception obviously of my sister and my nieces, have been here and worked with me and shared this space with me, or I've gone to their channels or whatever the case may be. And it's such a lovely feeling to know that you have so much support. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It just is a lovely, lovely feeling to know that you have all of this support around you and sort of behind you. It makes the days when things go wrong, like, the internet goes all wonky or streams go crazy or cats attack you, which has happened. Johnny's laughing because it literally happened when he was there. It was crazy, really. I will tell you that he was a total professional throughout the whole incident. I was being attacked and I was laughing my head off, and he just kept right on going with the reading. You didn't for the most part, you just kept right on going like there was no problem. And it was funny because I put that in that little video that I made. And if you actually listen to what Johnny's saying and watch the cat attacking me at the same time, what he's saying is he's talking about the temperance card, and he's saying, it's all about moderation and control. I'm like, no shit. I'm trying to moderate the situation. I'm trying to keep my control, but it's not really working. The cat, Quincy, was behind me, like back here in the back of my chair, pulling on my hair. So I kept going like this, and I had my hair up in a ponytail, and all of a sudden you just see his head pop up, and I'm like, whoop, there I went, and he grabbed a hold of my hair. Oh my God, it was hysterical. Anyway.
I'm reading it, all I see is
yeah. That's what I was doing. That's what I was doing. I don't know where they are.
Cats are rude. That's why I don't have any.
They
walk all over your stuff. They knock everything down. They think the whole house is theirs, and they don't pay no bills. So I can't do it.
Yep. You're constantly talking about how you appreciate everybody else's support and faith and confidence in you, but you never realize what you do for the community.
That's right.
Because while, yes, Johnny was the one that inspired me with the Team Namaste to actually get around to starting my channel, you were the one that gave me the confidence to go through with it. You were the one that pretty much said that pretty much gave me the permission to do it my way, instead of shoving my face out there for everybody. That it didn't matter that my readings are written rather than verbal.
Right.
That I would draw my own form of audience, in which I have. Actually surprised I made it past 100. I haven't been doing it that long, but you were the one that made me feel safe to do it. And you do that in your lives. You make people feel safe to share, to express themselves, to stand up for themselves.
Thank you.
But you neglect to take that in, to truly accept that you make a difference
Oh, that's very sweet. Thank you, Anna.
Can I say that too, just to mirror for all of y'all who do this, is we go live, we hit live, we play with our magic cards, and we think the end, I've done my live stream. Somebody out there though took it in a different way than you put it out, whether good or bad. And so you gave somebody something to do for an hour and a half. You gave somebody another sound or another voice in the house. You gave somebody something entertaining to watch. You may have given them a laugh or two. So all of y'all who do this deserve that sort of credit, if you will. Now, don't get the big head. Call myself a private, as I say. But it is a service. It is something that somebody out there, you don't see them. Like that little arbitrary number at the top, you've got 20 people watching. If you were sitting in a room and 20 people are looking at you, it's a different feeling than just seeing names pop up in the chat, because everybody who's watching is not typing.
Right.
And so somebody out there, though, is receiving it. Somebody out there needed it. So I think all of y'all do this work, and it is a credit to who you are and what you give to people. You don't notice it. On the other side is a whole nother world going on in their life and their head and their whatever. And they appreciate it, I think.
Mm-hmm. Well said.
Yeah.
It does. It is really important and interesting, because as human beings, I think that we have a natural tendency to focus on the negative, right? So there could be 10 people in the chat or no people in the chat, and you get an email or someone leaves a comment that just says, that resonated with me, that made a difference, that's a new way of looking at it, I'm going to try that, or something. You know what I mean? They're acknowledging what you said and telling you that message made sense to them in that moment. And the one person who puts a comment up that says, shorten your intro, for example, is the one that you'll focus on. And so sometimes those comments that you get are the things that really sort of keep you walking on that nice, even sort of path, and keep you focused on, so you don't forget why you're here and what your purpose is, what you're supposed to be doing, what your message is, right? I don't think that the people in the chat or the people that leave the comments or that will be kind enough to send out an email realize how important it is that their feedback is so important. I don't know about you guys, but for me it is the most important thing to know that that they're hearing whatever they need to hear, that they got something out of it. Do you know what I mean? It's
Very
important.
I want people to be I don't go live because I'm not trying to impact your life, but I do want you to be happy.
Yeah.
Whoever you are. Now, mind you, some people wouldn't speak at all if they could not complain. I get it. But there are some, at least one, that's just happy as a lark that something is going on the screen. You'll hear all kinds of stories about, I didn't laugh until I saw you, or I didn't do this until I saw it.
Yeah.
Take that in. Appreciate that somebody is impacted in a positive way, because again, somebody is going to find something wrong with what you do. It's okay.
100%. 100%. And I think that's why like when Ron would share some of his story when I was in the chat before I had a channel, and I would hear the way that Ron expressed it and the way that he was so genuine and authentic about sharing such personal, hard, hurtful stuff from his past. It makes such an impact, because it may not be what he's saying. It's just the fact that he's being so real in that moment that it gives you this sense of support and almost empowerment, that you feel like it's okay now for you to speak your truth. And it's so important what we do here. And I don't think that, sometimes we forget, you know what I mean? Because this is what we do. Do you know what I mean? Tuesday is like Wednesday is like Thursday sometimes. And I think that when you see someone write a comment like that, or they send you an email or something of that nature, that's the reminder, right? That what you do matters.
I think too, Anna Banana when she did the Team Namaste post, because I put it out there because I read politics a lot of times. I read everything I want to, mind you, but a lot of the stuff is political. And I'm like, okay, this is supposed to be the light worker community and all that garbage. Okay, fine. Well, not garbage, but you. So I'm like, let's put something positive out there. If it's just like once a month, once a week, whatever. Team Namaste. Let's do one positive message. Everybody's got cards. So put something out there that's positive. And I get the first comment I get was, I shouldn't do that. I shouldn't put obligations on people because you don't know, they may do nice stuff in their life on a day-to-day basis. They may go, feed the hungry or save a whale on the beach or so. They gave me this whole list of stuff people may do, so I shouldn't obligate anybody. And so then there's like the tale of two Johnnies now. So are we going to ignore it and just hit delete, or are we going to be sassy? So I had to be sassy, of course. And so I'm like, well, you don't have to say anything negative on my positive post. But since you did, all these people are grown. They don't have to do nothing I say. All I'm saying is it would be nice if you're going to read on Donald Trump for the 80th time, read on something positive too. Right. And then I see people actually doing it and I'm like, great, fantastic. So it was appreciative. I was appreciative that people were actually putting a little positivity. So when you say something on YouTube, people do hear it. Just putting that out there too.
Yeah, and that's another thing. I think sometimes we forget that we're like live. You know what I mean? That it's not just the 20 people in the chat or whatever.
Because we're talking to numbers and names instead of faces. And so it's a little easy to not realize that you just said something out loud.
I see you three girls snickering over there. What are you snickering about?
We want to say we love you and we're so proud of you. And we just really, I know, like whenever I call you and you give me a little reading, it's always much needed and very accurate in a scary way, but in a good way. So we just we love you and we're proud of you. And we're going to go make dinner now because Dad's busy making dinner without us.
I'm going to pull it. I don't know why, but I literally got my deck of cards out when I seen y'all like smiling. I don't know why. Let's see what Auntie Kelly can get for the three of you.
Okay. Sounds good.
Just because my sister called me this afternoon and said to me, how do we do this? What do you want me to do? What time? And all that kind of good stuff. And then I said to her, just like you did before. And she said, okay. And then she goes, do you think we could get a reading? And I'm like, you never know.
They're always so good. So
yeah,
So,
you're pretty
I have a whole
literally-
notes on my phone of all the times we talked.
Oh, really? You're so sweet.
That's
So
adorable.
I literally pulled 3 cards, and then of course there's the one on the bottom of the deck. And so now I have 3 major arcana out of 4.
Oh, nice.
Interesting. So we start out with the King of Cups. This is all about look at the 3 of them nodding their head. They look like that little thing in the back of the window. The
little bobblehead.
The King of Cups is all about
Little
love.
bobblehead.
The giving of the love, right? You've got the Magician. This is using all of your resources. This is manifesting. Remember what Auntie Kelly told you about yesterday, right? This is about manifesting.
Now's the time to manifest.
Right.
11.
That's right. Then you have the Fool card. This is about a new beginning. This is about a new adventure, new opportunities.
Nice.
And on the bottom of the deck, we've got the Moon card.
Ooh, like the big full moon the other day.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the Moon card's an interesting card because sometimes it's showing you something that you might not know is there.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes it's showing you things that you think are there, but they're actually not there. And then sometimes it's showing you just enough. You think about the games that you play on your phone that are like the hidden object games, and it has the little flash camera that lights things up for a split second. So it sort of shows you things and then it goes away. Right? It's like a little glimpse, if you will.
Yeah, we got that card a lot the last time.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did. So I think with this manifestation, right, with the magician card, using all the resources that you have, manifesting what you want, setting intentions for yourselves, is going to set you on a path for a new beginning. And the moon, because this is sort of how things are right now, you might be feeling like things aren't necessarily the way that you thought that they were. So I don't know if you had some fights with some people or some misunderstandings with some people that you were like, kind of like, well, that's not really what I thought, but okay. Okay, so you're nodding your head going, okay, so Mackenzie gets this. So all it's telling you is, right, what you necessarily see in front of you isn't always the way that it is. So remember to use your intuition. Remember to use your inner wisdom, because we all have it. If your gut instinct says yes, go with your gut. You know what I mean? Use all the resources and all the skills that you have at your disposal to manifest your new beginning.
Sounds good.
Nice.
Sounds great.
Thanks, Auntie
Thank
Kelly.
you.
Welcome.
We love you.
$25.
Nice to meet everyone.
Thanks, everybody. Yeah, nice to meet everybody.
I love you.
We'll be
guys.
listening. We're just
Bye,
gonna go off
girl.
camera.
Yeah,
It
all
was
right.
good meeting
Bye.
I love you very much. Mwah. Are they not just the sweetest?
I have a question for everyone who's a reader here.
Yes.
Did any one of you guys ever experience about about? Give me a second. I'm getting emotional about it. Did anybody have a dream about another reader in their dreams while they're sleeping? Did anyone
Yes.
experience that?
Yep.
You have? Okay. Because last week I dreamt about another reader, and that person came through. It was about a message, a spiritual message in the dream. It actually was Linda G. I dreamt about her. She came in my dream, and while she was showing me something about the connection she had to the outside. She was channeling the energy, and through this energy, she was sending healing light to everybody. Like this, you know what she does, her prayers and things like that. And while I was looking at her, I said, huh, I can do that. So I became aware that I could do that. Then I think the same day or the same day I was taking mediumship with Sun Psychic G, and she came out with a master card. I don't remember the name. And I closed my eyes and I could see the master, and he was doing this. He was like actually bringing the energy, channeling the energy down, and then sending the energy out to whoever needs it, healing energy, light and that.
Right.
And then I saw this image, this card.
Okay.
It's like getting pregnant. It's like the world card right here. It's like a woman is getting pregnant, and that world became like getting pregnant with your light and your love and your energy, and then you send it out to the world.
Yeah.
So I became aware of that, and
that's amazing.
Yeah, it's a practice though. But I, like in the mediumship, I said the master, he's telling me about a spiritual practice. He's doing this, and actually somebody like, I think you know Terry Suzuki. She said, Ron, that practice is already done. I think in Tibet, or I don't know if I can say it right because I'm French, but somewhere they do this practice. They bring the energy like this all the time.
Right.
I didn't know about that. That surprised me when she said that. Yeah.
See, I think I'm not trying to interpret your dream, but I think that's so you associate what Linda's doing, and that message is telling you that what Linda does is what you can do, or
Well,
you
telling
or
me
you
that
can do what she does, or something of that nature, right?
I
had
knew
weird,
I knew I could do it,
yeah.
but I wasn't quite aware of it. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I
totally
wasn't.
know what you mean.
It's like you wake up and you said, "Gee, I can do that too."
Yeah.
And I
I had
actually was doing it without me knowing it. You see what
Yeah.
I mean? Yeah.
Well, no, I totally know what you mean. I mean, I went to, Angela knows, I went to I mean, I've told people this, but I went to this mediumship practice, behind the scenes session, and I'd never done it before. I don't even know I don't even, the statement, I've never done it before, sounds stupid for me to say, but in the context of the way my brain works, I was like, okay, I don't know what I'm supposed to do here. So I just showed up. And then I got put into a breakout room, and I was given a person's name, and it was like, go. And I'm like, okay. And I had a little exercise that I was trying to do. And I just kind of closed my eyes and started, and I was like saying all this stuff. And I mean, in hindsight, it's like, what? Like, where the hell is that coming from? Do you know what I mean? Like, I was more freaked out at the process than what I was saying. But the point is that, thank goodness I had a show to go to, so I didn't have time to think about what I had just done. And it was only after the show, when Angela and I were talking, that I was like, oh my God. And she's like, yeah, and they said that you did amazing. And I'm like, I was just like, what? And anyways, I went back and I did it again. And so the point that I'm trying to make is, I mean, I was blown away. I had no idea that I had the ability to do that. And I don't know that I have the ability to do it again. It was just, you know what I'm saying? Thank you. I mean, I get it. But my point is, in that moment, it was like, what the heck is happening? And I was so, I had felt so many emotions. I really couldn't pinpoint anything, to be honest, because I just felt so like, wow. And like, what the heck? And where did that come from? And who was that? And I wanted to immediately go back and do it again. You know what I mean? And then I did it one time for Angela, and then I did it one time for Anna, and then
it was scarily accurate.
3D moment. Yeah, and like I've never tested the theory before, but the point that I was trying to make is, when you have those profound moments that like stop you right in your tracks and kind of make you go, holy cow. It is such an amazing, uplifting, emotional sort of, like, it almost like sucks the balance right out of you kind of moment. It's really a quite an interesting experience, but like thrilling is really what I would say. And it wasn't like thrilling because I could do it. It was just thrilling because what an amazing gift to be able to do something like that. Right.
And it's on call. I mean, all you have to do is conjure it up. You already have it. You have the ingredients right inside of you. And that's your recipe to conjure it up.
Well, and from my perspective, we all have that ability.
Yes,
our biggest problem is our own self-doubt.
100%. Well, that and the fact that I think that we get stuck on the details, right? Like, I happen to be one of those people that I am, I'm not just a visual learner. I'm very much a textbook learner as well. And I need to understand the process. Well, that was my problem with tarot cards, as you heard Nancy Jean say in the beginning. That was my problem with the mediumship or whatever. Like, you can't really explain it. So that's a little hard for a person like me who needs to understand everything before I do it. like, why does it work that way? Do you know what I mean? So I really had to work on my whole, like, just let it go, and whatever happens, happens, which was great for me. And I just hope that I can continue to trust myself. Do you know what I mean? And allow myself just to, like, dive into it. Because I think in this journey so far, that is the most valuable lesson that I have learned, is just learning to trust myself and not give two hoots, you know, whether I'm right, whether I'm wrong, whether it's okay, whether it's not, whether it's bad, good, or whatever. Just go with it and trust myself. It's not something that I'm accustomed to doing. And that's probably been the best gift that I've received throughout this journey thus far.
So there you go. This is the justice card, right?
Yes.
And it's also about justification. So that comes from within.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And the energy on this is a Libra energy. So it's the balance. Omega, right?
Yeah. Well, everyone's pulling cards. I love it.
Now, it's a constant state, eh, Johnny? Angela? Valerie probably got her pendulum in her hand, though, right?
Angela's always got her pendulum. Valerie's probably got her pendulum or crystal in her hand somewhere that we can't see.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've got all kinds of things sitting here.
Right?
I got about 8 decks, except for one on the floor.
I don't actually have any decks on the table. I know. Like, it's hard to imagine that I don't have any decks, because usually when I show up, I always am fully adorned with all my decks on the table. But I didn't put any out today because I didn't think that's what I was going to be doing. But I do have to say, to Ron's point, Ron's story, I had a really interesting experience that I'd love to share. Speaking about trusting yourself. So when I was really, really sick, I was like, oh, hell, this is the worst week for this to happen. I was so concerned about Linda G coming and the Channelversary and my mom's birthday. And, you know, it's like, oh my gosh, I'm going to be like feeling like crap and dragging my rear end around. This is not great. I wanted to be in a good mood and in good spirits so that I can enjoy that, you know, the moment. Right. Mm-hmm. And I could not keep myself awake for heck or high water, friends. I really, really couldn't. Like, I was asleep every 10 minutes. It's like I had narcolepsy. I mean, I'd be awake and be like, it was bad. And there was one point where I had slept pretty much for like 20 hours, which I haven't done since I was in college. And then I went out to the living room and I was like, great, it's like 1 a.m. What am I going to do now? And all of a sudden, I just started having this full-on conversation. Okay, listen, this is just between us. Don't tell anyone else, okay? No, seriously, because you're all going to think I've lost the plot completely. I was having this full-on, I mean, for like an hour, I was having a full-on conversation with myself, as if I was talking to just one of you, going, oh, yeah, Johnny, and like, you wouldn't believe it, and then she said this, and Bob said that, and then Sally turned around and said, and I'm like, can you believe? And I didn't even recognize for like 20 minutes that I was having this full-on conversation with myself. And then it's like I stepped outside of myself, looked at myself and went, are you all right? And then I started to laugh. And then I continued with the conversation. And it was just I was like, what the hell? But I'll tell you what, in that moment, I came back here, I got my notebook, I went back to the living room, I wrote down a whole bunch of new different spreads for ideas that I'm going to do and new segments for this. That's when I came up with the one step at a time. So I don't know what happened. Like, I don't know if I got a download. I don't know what it was, but it was just like information overload. It was amazing.
It was a 9 of Wands. Your Sagittarian energies were coming out. My Gemini is never alone. So my Gemini sun's always talking. And then, of course, there's a Sagittarius moon and a Libra rising and a Aries North Node. Oh, my God. I never shut up in my head. I have to shuffle and pull cards in order to stay focused.
Right.
Can I multitask? Absolutely. Do I get anything done when I multitask? No.
No. I knew that.
Maybe I'll get way, and that's it.
Yeah. Yeah, it just, those kinds of experiences I'm new to. So to Ron's point, when you have those profound experiences, they can be a little overwhelming, but they're also extremely enlightening. You know what I mean? And it took me about 15 minutes to get past the fact that I just had this full-on conversation with myself, because that's not something that I normally do. What's that?
You got to do it again.
Oh, no doubt.
You're going to do it 1,000 times. I do it all the time now.
Mm-hmm.
You don't notice it because you're brainstorming, but you didn't initiate it.
Yeah.
It's almost like somebody just pushed you and said, hey, and then the second you is walking beside you saying, you know what? Yeah, I do know what. Do you know?
Yeah, that's exactly what
he already told me, right?
Yeah.
And then next thing you know, you got 2 notebooks full of crap, and it's just, that's the way it was supposed to happen, because you needed a nudge, and so it's nudging you. So it's gonna happen.
And it was interesting to me because in that moment, so Anna knows this, I was really, like I said, I was very concerned that I was sick, you know, because my husband had been sick twice within the matter of 3 weeks. And I was very concerned that the whole week was going to be a crap show. And I was very upset by that. And so I kept rubbing on my amethyst and, you know, saying my prayers and asking for protection and take the infection out of me and all this kind of stuff. And I feel like I would, even though I was asleep, I was so freaking connected. I couldn't have turned that thing off if I had found a button and pressed it a couple of times. You know what I mean? I was so tuned in, which was just funny to me because I was like the Walking Dead. That's why I thought it was funny. But yeah.
I thought it was funny.
What Ron was saying.
I thought it was funny because it was Linda G. And I guess I dreamt about her because I guess I trust her. That's why.
100%.
It's a trust between me and her. See what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's
she
what
showed up
going.
because she has, it's like an exchange of energy. So I guess she trusts me and I trust her. So
of course.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. There's
a bond there without me.
Trust,
I didn't notice about that before, but now I do. So.
Yeah, but it's not just the trust, it's also the inspiration.
Yes.
Because going back to what you were saying, I personally have not dreamt of someone and then all of a sudden I have this magical connection. However, I do remember about 2 years ago, I was watching one of Johnny's lives, one of his late night inspirations. And he went off on a tangent of religion and the hypocrisies and the misunderstandings and all that. Later that morning, because I want to say it was like 3 o'clock in the morning when he ended the live, I went to sleep. And that night, for the first time in like 15 years, dreams that I used to have on a regular basis started popping back in. And it was like, I could never pinpoint exactly what phrase Johnny had used to trigger those memories and those dreams, but I knew it was important. It wasn't so much that there was energetic connection per se, so much as I trust that Johnny is connected, and I trust that there's a reason why there's something meaningful in this video, because I was exhausted that night. I literally turned Johnny on so that I would have background noise. No offense, Johnny.
Nice.
But there was something about the topic that forced me to stay awake and actually woke me up. And the second the live was over, I turned off everything, which is not me. I have to have background noise to fall asleep, but something told me to turn it off. And then all of a sudden, all these memories started popping in, and that's what allowed me to get a little more comfortable in the community, just talking as a chatter.
Yeah.
That was long before, because I stalked Johnny for a good 8 months before I ever said anything in his channel.
Yeah.
You know,
You got a lot of stalkers, Johnny. How does that make you feel? No.
it's just like I stalked Becca. You know, I used to talk to Becca all the time under a totally
It's all coming out, friends. Now I hope everyone knows the keepers.
You know, but it was the honesty that was behind what they were saying.
Yes.
Yes, that's good.
You could feel the honesty, which builds the trust, which builds the connection to allow yourself to just be in the moment.
Yeah.
Right. The fellowship.
Yeah.
Of all of us together, and the fact that we are in pursuit of the same outcome, and the fact that you turned in at a bitch fest about religion and organized that has nothing to do with faith, right? Gave you a sense of gratitude and a feeling of protection because you're not alone. So many of us feel this way. I'm a recovering Catholic, you know, and I have, and I wanted to be a cloistered nun. It's like, what the heck? How can you go from one extreme to the next? But somewhere between 16 and 18, I discovered that none of this and none of that is what they were really talking about. And I know that isn't going to work because that's not true, because they're philandering them own selves. So.
Thank you.
Right?
Yeah.
I have to raise my hand on that because I too am a recovering Catholic. You know, and it was the you must confess your sins and beg forgiveness, and you don't see the people within the church who commit their own sins, break God's laws, doing the same thing. They're not facing God's consequences. So to me, it became a joke. It was you show up one day, you confess all your sins, and as soon as you leave the building, you start all over so you can have something to confess next week.
Yeah.
Yep.
I would say too about the chat, because a lot of people watching don't chat, and this is fine, because if you don't ever want to, you don't ever have to. Just thank you for being here. But there is too, YouTube, when I first started, I was bracing myself because it's toxic. It can be anyway. And I used to watch YouTube, and sometimes I'd go down in the comments. If you're in an argumentative mood, don't read comments, okay? Don't, because you're going to find somebody that you just need to tell. Don't. Just ignore all that stuff down there, because sometimes some people, they make their videos, they put their videos out, they put themselves out there, and then people down in there say the worst thing that they could possibly say because there's no consequence to it ever.
Right.
And so sometimes it gives people, I want to chat, I want to be in the chat, I want to say something, but I don't want to be attacked. I don't want somebody to say something crazy because I said something that I feel, or that type of thing. So always that's my number one rule. I have 3 rules. Number 1 is be kind to the people on my screen and the people in my chat. If you can't do that, then either stop chatting or go away completely.
Yeah,
because it's we don't come here to be attacked, so don't do that.
What? No, sorry.
I mentioned about religion before of my channel, and I got attacked with a comment, not in the chat, but comment after, because I was talking about self-love. And talking about religion. Religion didn't teach you to self-love. Taught you how to love others, and you stay there getting manipulated and all the friggin' lies and everything, and you're not supposed to love yourself. You put yourself aside. So I mentioned self-love, and that person came after me for saying something about that. So
yeah.
I will say that this isn't about religion, but I will say that, I don't know why, like I'm having like an actual reaction. Like I just immediately got nervous. It's like, shut up, Kelly, don't say it. But I'm going to say it anyways, because I got a big mouth. Well, I mean, I'm honest to a fault at some point. But I will say this, when I started this channel and I had some some people would say things to me, you know, you wear too much makeup, or you do this or you do that. Oh my goodness, look who's here. Miss Pat.
Hi, Pat.
Hello.
Hi.
How are you, my friend? I'm so glad you could join us.
Bonjour. Bonsoir. She talks French
you
too.
could join us. Of course. She's another fellow Canadian. Yay.
Oh my God, I didn't know she was Canadian, by the way.
Oh, you didn't?
No.
Yes. I was just I'm just saying, Pat, that what a great to see Pat popped in to shut me up. That's what that was about. when I first started, you know, you'd have some people saying some stuff to you, right? And you're a little sensitive when you first start, because there's no manual for this. There's no schooling or training that comes from starting a channel. You don't know if you're going to resonate, if you're not, if you're going to upset someone or you're not going to upset someone. I mean, I don't think any of us start out with the intention to do that, but it happens, right? Especially when you're in a situation where you're either giving guidance or possibly advice, if you want to call it that, or, you know, you're having discussions like I have on my Achieving Wellness, which are, you know, based on my experiences, and, you know, someone might feel some sort of way. And it was tough in the beginning. I felt constantly, like, not attacked, but constantly very raw and sensitive. And I would walk away some nights like in tears, thinking like I'd done something horribly wrong for stating my opinion or how I felt about a particular thing. And it took me a while to sort of find my groove in terms of just saying, this is my opinion and this is how I feel about a certain thing. And I think it's the way that you say it. And I also think it's the topic that you're talking about, because, you know, here we have the power to speak on the screen. In the chat, it's very difficult. You have like 200 characters to express yourself, and sometimes that can be a challenge, right? So.
Yeah, and then the bots change the way you spell it, and it comes out all wrong.
Right, exactly. Right. So, anyways, that's all I wanted to say about that. So, Miss Pat, what have you got there, love?
Yeah, she got. Oh, she has.
Aww.
That's a heart.
So sweet.
I see that.
Rat boy. Yeah.
That's I hope you can hear me. That's everyone's energy kind of in the blue smiles, and then the heart, the warmth that was coming through, and then some other outside energies also coming.
Yeah.
So beautiful.
Wow.
Well, I want to say that I'm the heart in the middle, but that
it's the whole vibe.
Come on, Pat, that was me, of course.
This is your channel. You get to be the heart in the middle.
Well, you're a Leo. Leo controls the heart.
There, see.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if anyone in the chat does not know who Pat is in Through a Colored Lens storyteller. Amazing, gifted, talented young lady. Please do go check out her channel. Miss Valerie from Illumination Portal, Miss Diana Bowles. Talented ladies. Diana does not have a channel, but Valerie does. Please do go show her some love if you haven't already subscribed. If you would like to order Diana Bowles hand-painted clarity cards, you can always, I will put them in the description box below this video, but you can always email me and I will tell you how you can get yourself a set of these gorgeous hand-painted cards. Miss Anna Banana, her name is this long, mediumship, oracles, and what?
And what?
And what? Sorry.
It's the what?
Okay. So it's all of that, but I'm going to put everyone's description or links in the description box below the video. Please do go check her out. She does daily videos every single day. They are not what you're normally used to seeing. And so perhaps it is something that you might find interesting. Not to say that they're bad. That didn't come out right, but you know what I mean.
They're short, sweet, to the point, written, not
Short.
verbal.
Yes.
And even my longest video is no more than 15 minutes.
There you go. And Miss Angela Cardamancy Mesquite, she has her own channel. She's an excellent reader. She's been reading for what, like 40 years or something you've been reading for? You know,
yeah.
She can basically read the phone book to you. So anything that you need, she's your girl. Mr. Ron Unconditional Love. Every Saturday night, he comes on at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. And I've never met anybody who has as much energy as Mr. Ron Unconditional Love, because the man goes live for 3 or 4 hours every Saturday night, and he gives and gives and gives and gives and gives a little bit more. Excuse me. He is amazing. And so if you do not know who Ron...
Uh-oh.
Whoops.
A little
She
free.
froze because she didn't get the last word.
Oh, there you go. Johnny Taro's Apprentice, awesome reader. He puts videos out on his own channel, as we've alluded to many times already. And he does Sunday nights, I think at 8 p.m. it starts, right, Johnny?
Yeah, sure.
So it's either...
It's at 8 p.m., but you don't know when it's going to finish.
Yeah.
So,
It's 8 p.m.
Oh, Gene's here. Hello, Gene.
Hey.
How are you?
I'm good. Surprise, surprise.
This is a surprise. You said you couldn't make it, and here you are. Thank you so much.
I just got in just under the wire. Yes, I just finished, and look who.
Oh, look at
Wow.
Hi, Terry.
Hi.
Terry.
Hello,
Hi,
Terry.
And Diana and Valerie and Anna. Let me see who's in the chat. Oh my gosh.
Everybody
Wow.
everybody is here. It's
Everybody.
everybody. That's how it's going. So I was just saying, so Johnny Taro's Apprentice, 8 p.m. on, I believe it's 8 p.m. Eastern Time on Sundays. He's either on his channel or on Jen Lynn Tarot or on House of Lenormand, which is Becca. The three of them do political reads, and they sort of go between each other's channels. I mean, what you guys did on Tuesday night, Johnny, was absolutely phenomenal. Like, seriously, you had more stars in heaven sitting with you guys doing all those readings. It was fabulous. Oh, we got some serious people.
I'm doing something.
Does somebody have another window open or something?
I think Suzuki needs to mute. It might be her PC.
Oh, maybe.
Okay, let me.
And then, of course, this is Miss Sun Psychic Jean, who has just joined us. Sun Psychic Jean has her own channel. She is a medium. She is fabulous, fantastic. I say that I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for Jean and her amazing reading that she gave me, which allowed me to sort of experience such great healing and literally lifted me up from a place that I never thought I was going to be lifted up from. And so we agreed to disagree. I give her the credit. She says it's her guides. It's a combo platter, but I thank you kindly for being here. That's quite a treat, because she said she couldn't make it. So I'm pleased about that. And then, of course, we have Miss Terry Suzuki, which is Kiguru Spiritual Journeys. I want everyone to check all of my friends out. If you don't know who they are, if you haven't subscribed to their channel, please show them some love. I'm so grateful and appreciative that all of you are here. So thank you so much.
I practice mediumship with those two ladies, Sun Psychic Jean and Terry Suzuki. Often we practice mediumship.
Yeah.
Hey, I was talking about the dream. Remember, I talked about the dream with Linda G. I told you guys when on mediumship. Told you about doing this, the channel, and Terry said that there was some practice in Tibet or somewhere. You told me about that? She's muted.
Yeah. Sorry, I'll unmute, but I'm going to switch to my phone in a minute here because this is causing trouble. But
he was talking about a Buddhist practice, and when you go to a Buddhist temple and you say the prayer and you get the thing, you take the smoke from the candle, that there's always these candles, and you wash yourself in it.
Right.
Like that. So he was sitting there talking, telling it, and washing himself the whole time.
I love it. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
And what was that master's name, Gene? There it is.
There he is.
Yeah.
It's very cool.
That
It's
was the
very
master
cool.
that was showing me this.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll be right back, Kelly.
Okay, love. Thank you.
That was an amazing experience, Ron. And we were also surprised. He gave me like a healing tool, and here it was a prayer wheel. And I didn't know what it was. I said, I'm holding something like this, and it has this thing that spins around on the top. And it was a Tibetan prayer wheel. I mean, it was so beautiful. I don't know very much about him at all. And he was giving us all of these messages. It was fascinating. It really was.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
The thing about it is that all of us have become willing to have access. And that's the thing that is so marvelous. What I like to remember is that I don't own any of it, but I'm granted access to it. And the more I can practice the allowing, the more access I'm allowed. It's really important not to take ownership, but to recognize participation.
Yeah.
Very well said, my friend. Very well said. I love that.
Yeah, that's
Welcome
beautiful.
back, Miss Barry.
Yeah.
Now, Jean, is that a tree that I see in the background there that's lit up?
It is a large labradorite crystal, and I have my fairy lights on it just as a point of reference. But this is a crystal.
Wow, that's amazing.
It amplifies the energy of the crystal as well.
It's one of my favorite stuff.
Me too. I used to sleep with that. It's very healing. It's a vibration. It's a healing vibration. It's very healing for me.
And the images that you like, I always see pictures in stones of all sorts, whether they're polished crystals or just a regular old piece of granite on the ground. And labradorite is one of those that just pops because of the iridescence that the stone itself has.
Yeah.
My large one has a mermaid sitting on the edge of the shore.
Aww.
And it's awesome. And she changes position. Her hands and her body will go in different positions as you twist and turn it.
That's so cool. I love that.
Hi, Anna Banana, Angela. Hi, Tara's Apprentice. And Pat, Storyteller, it's very nice to meet you. And Miss Valerie and Diana, hey. And Ron, Unconditional Love. Kelly, you have quite the crew here. What a beautiful, beautiful crew.
I
Wow.
definitely have I had my sister here earlier and both of my nieces, and we've had Taro Sachet and Taro Stash, and Longman Tarot was here, and Ivana Intuitive was here.
Wow.
We've
Nancy
had
Nancy
Nancy Jean from Nancy Jean's Garden.
Herc.
Yeah, and Jay Herc 213. So we've had lots of lovely people coming in to visit, and I'm blown away by the support. I'm so I don't really have I really don't have words. Believe it or not, friends, I really don't have any words. I'm just so grateful for all of the love and the support. And it's not just for today. You guys have supported me and lifted me up and encouraged me, from the time that I arrived in the chats to this moment in time. And honestly, I couldn't be more grateful. Whether you come here to the channel every day or you come here, once in a blue moon, Like Pat, for example. Pat doesn't go to a lot of channels. And I was so grateful that when I reached out and she said, sure, Kelly, I'll come. And she was so gracious. And she's so talented in a way that is uncommon, right? That not everyone has the ability to do what Pat can do. And I was just so pleased that she would come and share her time and her space with me.
She can do
that goes
readings.
for all of
She
you.
does readings and drawings at the same time. And then she did me several times and sent me the picture.
Yeah.
After.
Yeah.
Thank you for the kind words.
Well,
you're amazing.
I mean, you're just awesome. Pat, show Terry and Jean if they didn't see your picture that you drew when you came in.
This is the energy of the gathering. I hope you can see it.
Wow, that's beautiful. I love it.
It's a
Wow.
collective energy.
That's
It'd
really
be
very
nice in a
special.
hot seat. Eh? If you put her in a hot seat, it'd be nicer. She could see it.
Yeah. Well, I'm on my laptop, so I'm
that's
afraid
why,
if I
okay.
move anything around, I might like knock us all out of the park here. So
Well, I mean, to me, that heart looked like a light bulb radiating energy to the universe.
Yeah, there's exactly, that's what I was picking up. A radiating energy. Yeah.
it looks like one of those like old fashioned what do you call it? The filament bulb that you can see
Yeah.
the watts through,
Yeah.
or the energy.
The Edison bulb.
Yes, thank you. That's the word I was looking for.
It's a nice vibe. Definitely a nice vibe. And there's a sort of another energy that's running through as well.
That's my mother messing with the friggin' lights, and she can
Oh,
stop anytime. Mom's God.
That's hilarious.
Well, and it
Mother
was
Mary.
it's the Mother Mary energy, the divine feminine is coming in. Fellas, you know you carry that within you as well.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking
Yeah.
of fellas, what does Johnny have in his hand? Is that a Harry Potter? Or is that a shamanic wand?
No, that's just a wand.
It's a wand.
It's his pointer.
Yes.
Yeah.
I use it for teaching.
Oh, I see.
It's my point.
Okay. I do have like a is it cherry wood wand? It's some sort
And your
of a
point
hard,
is?
it's some sort of, I should actually find it and get it back out. It's a magical wand.
I also
I
have
have a shamanic wand that was created for me by a shaman here on YouTube.
Right.
But it's on the altar.
Very
And a
nice.
creepy baby head.
Yes.
Yeah, oh, that's cool, Ange. What's that?
Nice.
Oh wow, Angela, that's beautiful.
These are mine.
There you go, Pat.
I love it.
Extension.
That's all I have is a feather.
Wow.
Hey, you need
I got my baton out,
There
just
you go.
because I was twirling my baton. No, I wasn't actually twirling, but we
In your
don't want
mind.
we don't need to.
I saw you in my mind. I saw you twirling the baton.
Well, here's the thing. The baton, so this ties into what we're talking about, believe it or not, in terms of the channel. So when my mom first passed and I was diagnosed with the anxiety, the therapist said to me, what makes you happy? That's what you need to focus on. And everything that I mentioned was associated with my mom somehow. And she told me, and like not in these exact words, but basically that it didn't count. I had to find something of my own. And I struggled with that. And that actually depressed me because I couldn't find something that made me happy. It seems like a small task, but it became like very overwhelming really fast. And the first thing that I thought of was baton. I started baton twirling when I was 4 and I finished when I was almost 22 years old. My entire childhood was spent, in that gymnasium, in those competitions, in those parades, with my sister standing right next to me, once she was born and old enough. And it's my entire childhood. And so I went to Facebook and I started a Facebook group for our baton twirling club. Sorry, friends. My cold is still with me. Anyway, I started a Facebook group and sort of reconnected with all the people that I used to twirl baton with. And it brought me a lot of joy thinking, about all those years and all of the special moments that we shared together. And that was the first sort of moment of healing that I had in the process after my mom died, was talking about baton. And so I bought myself a baton this past summer to help me to, as I move into year 2 of the channel, to help get me some exercise and get me out of the house. That's what the baton's all about. So when my sister was here, we were joking about it. So
Can I ask you, what do you want to do in year 2? Like, what do you want to do? What are you looking forward to?
I am looking forward to channel-wise. I want to continue to grow and do things that I haven't had the experience of doing already. Work with different people and work with the same people and new people, and I just want to continue to get the message out and spread the word. I love doing this. I love coming here and turning this computer on and having 1 or 20 people show up and being able to share a message and someone say, thanks, Kelly, that helped, or it resonated, or whatever. Or watching someone peel back those layers or drop a block, a pain, past hurt. It's a breathtaking thing to witness and be a part of, to watch someone learn to open up and to share and see that healing process start. And I just want to continue to be a part of that in any way that I can. So personally, I need to keep healing. And my next step is getting my life back, which is stepping outside my comfort zone, stepping outside my house, right? Spreading my wings out there. So I think that if I can do that, I think that will help me personally, which will help me with the channel, right?
I think you're a good photographer too. Aren't you taking like nature pictures? I think I've seen you post some nature pictures.
Yeah.
I think that would be a really good motivator to get outside and
Thank you for saying that. That was one of my favorite things to do, was to go for a drive and take the pictures. All the pictures that you see, like a lot of the pictures you see on some of the thumbnails that I create, and like the backdrop that you're looking at, those are all pictures that I have taken myself. I love taking pictures. Just happens to be one of those things that I was good at that I never knew I was good at. So
maybe you might catch a fairy or a gnome sometime.
Yeah.
Yeah. That
Just
would be
remember
cool.
what you love to say. Don't set limitations on your goals.
Absolutely. But yeah, that's what I want to accomplish in year 2. I'd like to still be on YouTube. Let's start with that.
You'll be here. It's very hard not to. You'll be here.
Right.
It's not addictive, but it kind of is.
I sort of think
habit forming.
Yeah, when you have cards, you want to use them, and now that you use them here, you want to use them here. So it's going to be that type of thing too. I have an idea. I'm going to email you about.
Okay.
That.
I love new ideas. I also want to continue. I was saying this earlier. This isn't because the mediums have shown up. I was saying this earlier. I had this most amazing experience, but because of the days that it fell on, I wasn't able to continue it. And I would like to be able to continue that mediumship sort of practice, because it was such an amazing and unexplained kind of experience that I can't wait to sort of investigate that further.
Yes.
So I'd like to continue to do that, but I need to find a day that works for me, right?
Yeah, that's part of the reason why I stopped going to my mediumship practices. They didn't work for me.
Terry, there she is.
The part about the mediumship, but also the part.
Sorry, Diana. Go ahead.
No, that's okay. The part about the mediumship, and also the part about being on YouTube, coming through the chat in YouTube, it's like there's no time. You don't have to measure time.
Right.
I'm very good at not measuring time anyway, but this is like permission to not measure time. And while I was having that thought, while you were having a conversation, the reindeer card came out of the deck I'm using right now. And that's exactly what this is about. It is time to have no time. To not worry about time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I love that.
So we should.
I can channel my inner Rudolph. That's not a problem.
That's right. and what else about the horned goddess, Elena the Trot? It's about the journey. It is about the path. Show us the way. Show me the path. Grandmother Moon, light my way. Show me the grove that I stand in today. Be it for work or be it for play. Grandmother Moon, light my way. Elena of the Trod, show me the trail. Take me through the woods. It shall prevail. And on and on and on. There's more to this incantation. And I just got nervous and tongue-tied. I guess she doesn't want me to spread it out.
Uh-oh.
Me? What? Tongue-tied?
and Kelly, you're also learning the traditional tarot cards, is that correct?
Oh yeah. I've been doing the tarot since January, I guess now. Mm-hmm. And I love it. I absolutely love it. I've been working with Nancy Jean's Garden, which is I don't know if you're familiar with it, but it's a cloth, right? Where she throws the crystals. So I'm trying to get a handle on that. I'm just exploring all kinds of different things and really enjoying it. I'd love to get myself some dowsing rods. I think that would be totally cool. Mm-hmm. And
I think Kelly, you would love that. Yeah.
The garden.
That'll get you outside.
Yeah. Yeah, I would love to try that. But I'm just really enjoying the journey, and we were talking earlier and saying how I like to come up with these crazy readings and different ideas, and it allows me to like stretch and grow. It's not like when you just and no offense to anyone, so I hope that nobody takes it that way, but it's not just what are my spirit guides' messages for me or that kind of thing. I come up with these different readings where we're tapping into Santa Claus and the elves and stuff, and it might sound crazy on the surface, but it really allows you to stretch and to grow, and I have fun with that. So
it's a very good vehicle to deliver a message that otherwise may not be able to be received. But when you deliver it in that vehicle, it's a gentle message being delivered.
Yeah,
yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah. I really, really enjoy it. I really
do. The great joy is to be participating in the vastness of what is true and real. And I think that's what keeps us going into it, getting the messages and so on. That's fun, but it's this expansive experience that we're all engaged in. Yeah. That is even bigger than just the messages that are coming through. Yeah. And the more we are into it, the more expanded we are into it, and it never stops. And it's just thrilling. It's just thrilling to be in a small space, but to be able to go so far. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It is so much fun.
Yeah.
I really feel I don't want to sound ridiculous and I don't want to sound trite. I have always been an empathic person, and I always wanted to help people. From the time I was 3 years old, I wanted to be a nurse. Everyone's heard that story. My grandfather was the janitor, and he told me he was the doctor because he worked in the first aid room, and I seen the big box on the wall with the X or whatever, and I was like, oh. And he was the janitor at a local college here in Canada, well, in Toronto. And I literally decided when I was 3 or 4 years old, when I went to his office, that I wanted to be a nurse. And then I signed up to be a nurse. And I got invited to the orientation of that particular college. And I stood at the phone booth outside that college that day and told Nana and Papa to get my room ready. And they were like, what? They didn't even remember that I said it. But anyway, I've always wanted to help people. That's been always been in the back of my mind. And, working in the group home with the developmentally challenged individuals, and working for the Parks and Rec department, and, supply teaching for the TMH units, it's been what I've done. And it wasn't until I arrived in this community that it sort of all came together. And I just feel like I'm in the right spot at the right time, at the right sort of pace. And I just can't wait to see what tomorrow brings. You know what I mean? Which is amazing, because a year ago I wasn't excited about anything. So
wow,
I was there. I saw you grow before even you started your channel. It's amazing how positive you grew and you flourished.
Well, that's because
I told you at first you were like a flower ready to open up. That's exactly what happened too.
That's because of all of you guys. That's because of all of you on the screen, and everyone that's watching, and everyone who's subscribed and left comments and hit the thumbs up and said thank you or whatever. It's because of all the love and the support that I've received. Otherwise, I don't know that I would be here. Maybe not at this moment. I wouldn't be here. Seriously, if it wasn't for all of the love and the support that I've received, I don't know that I would have arrived at this spot. And I don't say that lightly, and I'm not saying that, because I want people to be like, oh, look at Kelly. Each person that's sitting here on the screen has played a significant role, no matter how big or how small. There are some people who have played a very significant role that have landed me in this moment. And I just, honestly, my heart is so full. I really don't have words to express it. It's just an amazing, amazing, amazing thing. And I want to say to that point that if there's anyone out there that is thinking about starting a channel, I don't care what your content is. If there's anyone out there that is concerned that I don't think I can do it, or I'm not good enough, or whatever you may think, if you need a helping hand and you need some support and you're looking for an embrace, if you can, get past the fear of going live and start a channel, the amount of love and support that is offered to you is absolutely amazing. And it will sort of cheer you on and help you sort of navigate your way. It's the best decision that I have made, next to saying yes to my husband when he asked me to marry him. Seriously, it's the best decision I've made was starting my channel. It has changed my life completely.
On top of that, you also, without realizing it, end up getting the validation that you were not actually intended to look for, that you're not alone. There are other people, no matter what your content is, there are other people who think like you do, or close to you do. Somebody that's going to understand where you're coming from, and you realize that your voice does matter.
Yeah.
There's an audience for everything too. And you don't have to be MGM. I started my channel with this. And so that's all you need. Just take it, point it. Mind you, this is how I started my channel, just like this.
Yeah.
You didn't see my face for 2 years. You don't have to be on camera. You start it however you want to. Do what's comfortable for you. Don't try to do it, like Ron said, like everybody else. And if there's an audience for everything. Do your content, but key word now. Pay attention. Don't do this to get things. Do this because you like it. Because you may put a video out there and 2 people watch it. I don't want you to feel bad now that, oh, this person got 8,000 views and we're doing the same thing. 2 people might watch it, but I don't even know. When I had 15 subscribers, I don't even know 15 people in real life. So that was a big deal for me. So
yeah,
like that's 15 whole people. What the heck is going on?
Yeah.
So to be on YouTube because you want to do it and it's fun, not because you want to get things out of it.
That's a really valid point. I'm going to share something with everyone here to that point specifically that Johnny just made. So, I went on to Johnny's channel, which was so kind of him to invite me, and I gained a bunch of subscribers. And I showed up here on a Saturday morning. I think I had like 502 subscribers, and I went live and I spent like the first 40 minutes thanking everyone who came into the chat. I was overjoyed, over the moon. And within 2 weeks, I lost 45 subscribers. I was absolutely heartbroken. Like I wanted to throw myself in the middle of traffic, literally heartbroken, because I was so close. It was a personal goal of mine to get to the 500. And it was like this, we're talking like this was just, I mean, everybody knows what moment I'm talking about, or most people do. It was just a couple of weeks ago. And every day I became obsessed with coming in, and I was checking, and it's like, 506, now it's 504, now it's 503. Oh my God, it's 499. Now it's 496. Now it's 494. I was devastated. And then I just came in here and I threw some cards down and went, Kelly, like you've got to change your. So the point I'm making is you do have to have a little bit of thick skin sometimes, because no matter what anyone says, I'm going out on a limb here, and I'm just going to say how I feel. YouTube is set up as a competition, right? Where you are competing for views and likes and thumbs up and all that kind of stuff. That it's a numbers game. When you look at your analytics every day, whether you want to or you don't, as soon as you open up your studio, boom, there's all your numbers. And it's hard to kind of pretend like they're not there, right? You got to say the speech, hit the thumbs up and leave a comment and all that kind of stuff. And I mean, sometimes you sound like a broken record. And the point that I'm trying to make is, you're saying all of this stuff, and whether you mean it or you don't mean it, it's part of your vocabulary. I can rehearse the beginning of my videos right off the top of my head because I say it every day. And it turns into like a little bit of a competition with your own self. You're not really competing with other people. And the problem with that is that if you happen to have a, like anxiety or a mental health disorder like I do, it can really trip you up if you allow it to. If you are someone who is unsure or, oh, I don't know if this is a good idea, or maybe your family doesn't agree with what you're doing, or your spouse doesn't agree, maybe you're going to like mess yourself up. So my only word of caution in that department is that you have to understand that it is a numbers game. And don't do it for any reason other than because you want to. Because if you think you're going to hit YouTube and be rich, like all the videos out there say that you can, it's like how to manifest $1 million. Well, if it was that easy, we'd all be going to the bank right now, cashing our checks. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yep. There is too a technical error in your numbers too. To where you'll have 500 today and it'll say 477 tomorrow.
Yeah.
And then it'll say 562 the next day.
Yeah.
It's a YouTube thing too. It's not a whole bunch of people unsubscribing. Sometimes you get an account that has been dormant for a long time.
Yeah.
And it attaches yourself to your account and then it gets deleted. And so it's pay no attention to the up and down because it's going to happen forever.
Yeah, it does. It does. But the first time it happens, you're like, oh my God, what happened? Because you don't know that it happens. I mean, there's no manual that comes with it. It's like, go. You know what I mean? There's nobody explains that part to you. And I can honestly say, with the exception of probably Pat, I think I've spoken to every single person on this screen behind the scenes about certain things about YouTube or StreamYard or this button or that button or what does this do or what does that do. because it doesn't. We don't have it doesn't come with the manual, so it can be a bit of a challenge to work it out.
But some people say, can we make money with YouTube? You don't make money with YouTube. Besides that, even if I'm a Canadian, I get US dollars. Everything is like Canadian money, US dollars are worth more. But how much the YouTube takes, it's incredible.
YouTube takes 30% of everything you get. Now, mind you, I don't ever complain because they're entitled to 100% because none of it my money. They give me money from the ads. Now, you're not going to make a whole bunch. Mind you, my live streams that I do, I think I make $7 on the live streams. So you don't make a whole bunch of money. You have to do a bunch of videos or get a bunch of super chats and membership things and all. It's that, but they still take 30%. But if you are in another country, you have to pay U.S. taxes too.
Yeah, of course.
So you got to pay Canadian taxes or Australian taxes or wherever you are, and U.S. taxes because you earned money in the U.S. So sometimes it's not even worth it.
I can explain this because I'm a Canadian. I'll give you an example. $130, which is Canadian money. They hold back $52 in taxes, just holding back to pay the taxes.
Wow.
It's incredible. $52 on 130, and I'm not talking about US dollars. I'm talking about $130 Canadian.
Yeah.
Jeez.
So,
I mean, if you're going to make money with YouTube, think twice.
I actually had, when I first started my channel, I had a friend, like a personal friend of mine, say to me like, oh, I haven't talked to you in a while. What are you doing? And I said, I started a YouTube channel. And they're like, on what? So I told them, I said, you should come by sometime. And I think, I don't know, I had like 100 subscribers or 102 or something silly like that. It was somewhere in that range. And she texted me a couple of days later and said, well, how much money do you get paid? And I said, I don't. And she said, well, why are you doing it? And I said, because I want to. She said, so if I subscribe, will you make money? And I'm like, well, if you and 900 of your closest friends subscribe, then I'm making $1 or two. But my point is that like there's a lot of people out there that don't really understand how YouTube works. I think that they think what you were saying, Ron, and what you were saying, Johnny, that you'll make all this money. It would be awesome if that were the case, but that's not how.
Well, they see the super chats. They see $50. Oh my God, and they say, oh, you just got $50. They get all excited for you, but you know what the real story is behind the scenes.
If somebody's gonna start a channel with the hopes of earning an income off of it, they better be starting a channel about something that's extremely popular.
Yeah.
And live in the reality that they're not actually going to be making any real form of money until they're like 100,000 subscribers or more.
There you go. And YouTube will promote you if you are non-controversial. So they don't push political channels like mine. They'll push the Zen channels, the horoscopes, the stuff like that. That's what they push more because you can put more ads on that.
That's it. I'm starting horoscopes tomorrow. I'm bringing them.
You're going to bring that back now, huh?
Bring that back.
And besides that, we cannot be all of us a Linda G. So you know what I mean? You can't be.
And
that's Linda G, that's it.
Is her channel is small compared to tarot channels.
Yes.
She has like 50,000 subscribers. That's little bitty in the greater scheme of YouTube.
Yeah.
YouTube, if you want to be a big channel in the tarot community, you have to have 300,000 or more.
Yeah.
That's what a big channel is. You can stop working and just do YouTube on 300,000 or more, possibly. But the subscribers are not worth money. The ads are worth money. So people have to watch the ads. That's how you get paid. You don't get paid for having subscribers because you can buy subscribers.
I don't even think Greg Braden has 300,000 subscribers.
That's where you get. There's a few that have the horoscope channels. They have the 300 to 2 million, and then you get into the famous YouTubers. They have the 10 millions and all that.
Yeah.
But tarot, oh no, because this is a niche, so we don't get that. type of thing.
By the way, speaking of the niche, have you guys recently heard, and it's just odd that we're talking about this, one popped up on my Facebook, or not on my Facebook, on my front page, my YouTube yesterday. And it was why I don't listen to tarot channels anymore. So I'm clicking on it, right? I'm clicking right on that thing, going like, what? So I listened to it, and the guy's a tarot channel, and I'm like, what? And he's doing this whole long video about why he doesn't listen to tarot channels anymore, telling his subscribers to his tarot channel, which by the way he has like 279,000 of them, why he doesn't watch tarot channels anymore. And the reason is because he thought that it was wrong that tarot channels basically are telling you your future. And I heard that and I was like, click, like, I mean, whatever. I mean,
wow.
Yeah, it was.
I've heard that you should not predict a person's future. Now, mind you, coming from a reader, you should not predict a person's future,
right?
Because it's damaging to those. I don't, because it was all nice words. It was all garbage in the first place, and so I'm like, okay, I get the sentiment behind it, because
yes, I do too.
You're supposed to be some sort of guru. You're supposed to empower, not tell them the future.
Of course.
And that's why I always tell people, though, tarot cards do not tell you what you have to do. It tells you what you can do.
That's
so
right.
This is the likely outcome of the path you're on. If you don't like it, take another path. That's still the future, but it's still empowerment at the same time. So you can do both. It doesn't have to be one or the other. Is what I feel.
It's all the
they made
energy.
this card for entertainment purposes only.
Absolutely.
It's
For
all
entertainment.
about energy.
Yeah.
And
that's interesting that Johnny said about empowerment, because I've often thought that it was, I mean, where I'm coming from, it's like I'm just, some guidance, that's all. Point you in a direction that maybe you were either second guessing or you weren't aware of. Just giving you options, that's all. I've never really thought of it as telling someone's future.
I've never thought of it that way either. I've always thought of it as giving a different perspective on a situation.
Ladies and
I always
gentlemen,
say, everybody has an opinion, and well,
everybody's waving goodbye.
I'm going to have to go, but thank you. All
right,
the best.
bye, Diana.
Congratulations,
Have a
Kelly.
good
Bye,
evening,
everybody.
Diana.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Blessings.
Thank you. See.
Bye.
Basically, everybody has their own opinion, their own perspective on a situation that they're seeing. It's kind of like news media likes to say there's two sides to every story. No, there's not. There's a minimum of 3 sides to every story. You've got his side, her side, and somewhere in the middle, there's the truth.
Right.
And if you have 15 different viewers who have witnessed the situation, you have all of their perspectives to take into account as well.
Yeah.
Okay. To me, that's what tarot is. The different perspectives, the different energies that are sitting together to tell you, okay, you might want to look in this direction. You might want to think about this.
Yeah.
While you're traveling forward.
Yeah.
I'm not telling you what to do. I'm not telling you where to go. I'm saying just keep your eyes open to this potential scenario.
Listen, you're going to have to pay me more if you want me to tell you what to do. That's all I'm saying. I'm joking. I'm joking. Okay, friends, listen, we've been here for 3 hours and about to turn 13 minutes. I want to let you guys all go because Ron has a show at 8:30 tonight. If anyone's looking for something to do, who are your guests tonight, Ron?
Well, it's
Wasn't
Illumination
it Valerie?
Portal, yeah.
Right, Valerie from Illumination Portal.
And maybe Ivana Intuitive. Also.
And maybe Ivana Intuitive. So everyone go check out Ron at 8:30 p.m. Eastern time. Tomorrow I'll be back at 3 p.m. Eastern with Nancy Jean doing past life readings. Johnny Tarot's Apprentice is tomorrow night. Whose channel are you on, Johnny?
House of Lenormand.
On House of Lenormand at 8 p.m. Eastern Time.
Kelly, I'll email you a picture of the event for today. I put the date on it.
Thank you, Pat.
Sure.
I'm going to have to get you to come back and visit me again at Dozen Cats because I so enjoyed when you came to visit the last time.
Thank you.
Terry, do you have something coming up, love?
I do. I will be on at 10 with Allie's Heart and Soul Connected. So I'll do an hour with her. And Jean and I are now switching every other Sunday.
Oh, okay.
And that way we can each actually have a life too. So
Absolutely. and then Terry's coming back to Dozen Cats on November 27th. You will be here to do some mediumship for us.
Johnny and I secretly met up and decided to wear red.
There you go.
I love that you secretly met up behind the scenes and decided to wear red. I think that's cool.
Yeah.
So I just
have
want.
one more.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Tomorrow will be on the Chrome Zone at 12 Pacific.
Cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. So I just want to say thank you to everyone who participated, who sent messages, who was in the chat. Thank you so much, everybody, for being a part of this celebration. I enjoyed myself thoroughly. I thank you all for being my friends and for being here and hanging out and sharing your thoughts and your feelings and, all good things. And to everyone who is listening to this, everyone who is in the chat, thank you so much for being here. It's been a heck of a journey to this point. I can't wait to see what year 2 brings. And I can't believe we're already a week into year 2. But anyway, lots of good things coming up. So stay tuned. Make sure you hit the thumbs up and make sure you show my friends some love. That would make me a very, very happy lady. So with that being said, we will say goodnight and wish you many, many, many blessings until we see each other again. Mwah! Bye, everybody.
Love you, Kelly.
Bye.
Bye.